Who wants to play video games?
What? Why would you ask me that?
I don't know.
It's National Video Game Day.
We want to play video games.
And there are so many to choose from.
Super Mario Brothers? Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, play Grand Theft Auto.
I know. Let's play Call of Duty.
You get paid to play video games?
I want to play Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
Happy National Video Game Day.
Video games. We could play video games.
Let's do this.
Let's do it!
Let's do it. Good morning. It is Tuesday, July 8th, 2025. Welcome to it. I'm Andrew Z. Kelly Latz, the princess of property from Howard Hanna Realty. We got Jake Dickey in the house. And the Baroness is here. Good morning, everyone. Baroness, I'm not sure what mic is yours anymore. I think this is... one more time.
Hello.
There we
There
go.
we go.
There, that's you. No, try it again.
Oh, you got it.
There we go. That's you. What's going on, everyone? So today is National... I can't hear Kelly. Oh, you got to fix your mic, Kel. So I can't hear you either. Hold on. I'll fix yours.
Hello.
You're good.
There we go.
All right. Kelly, you.
Hello.
Jake, you.
Check.
Yeah, Jake, you're good. Okay.
Did anything exciting happen while we were all off?
I don't know. Does anybody follow Andrew on social media? Because if you
I
do,
blocked his ass a long time ago
You
because he
better-
posts way too much.
You better not have blocked me,
he
goddamn it.
rages.
I wasn't raged. People,
I know,
people,
you're
people,
not
but people,
raging.
people think I was. People are like, you look crazy. And first of all, what I've done.
Well, first of all, explain to the viewers why.
Okay.
Because you gotta go there.
I gotta go there. Oh,
well,
shit.
not really
You,
go there. But
you
just
don't have to go in depth.
Okay,
Just
okay.
one quick
Yeah,
Yeah.
line.
So
one sentence only.
So my wife left me after the show, after our last show, whatever day that was.
When she was on.
She was on that morning. She was on that morning, and then left that day and skedaddled to Arizona with our daughter Josie. So she left. She moved to Arizona. She moved to Arizona. Sounds crazy. But yeah. So what was I gonna say after that?
So that's why
know.
you were
yeah.
posting so much on social media.
Yeah,
because he had to get the last word. You're a last word guy.
I am a last word guy.
That's
I'm
true.
just I don't know. I'm just not gonna people are pretty like, just let it go. Just don't talk about it. I'm just not that person. Like, if you say some shit about me, I'm gonna say some shit back. I mean, that's just the way it is. And I mean, I don't know.
I mean, didn't she learn with the whole food truck thing?
Right,
Doesn't she know you?
Who the fuck? Yeah, you've been here 15 years. Like, how the fuck do you not know?
You're
that
not
if,
going to.
If you do some crazy, if you talk some crazy shit, I'm gonna talk crazy shit back,
yes.
and I'm gonna keep pushing, and that's the way I am. I wasn't mad. I mean, I was mad. I was annoyed and mad, but I wasn't like psychotic. People think, oh my god, he's losing his mind. I was on the food truck. I was doing. Go ahead, Denny.
Wait, what I miss?
Oh.
You motherfucker.
Hey, look, I believe that true love will find true love, and we saw reconciliation. There was a picture of you and Demetrius, so
Right?
everything works itself.
The world is all better now.
So, it's funny because he texted me and he said, "Sorry to hear what happened. And, that she left." And
How'd he find out?
How did he? How did he find out?
Well, she told him when she got over there.
You know, that's the number one rumor. That is the number one rumor that's out there,
Is what?
that they've been screwing around.
Oh my god!
I think it's more likely that
And I'm like,
Andrew's screwing
oh.
around with Demetrius.
No,
100%.
that's definitely not happening.
You motherfuckers.
100%.
So
As soon as I saw that picture, I was like, "Oh, that was the rebound sex, Demetrius." And Andrew
Yeah, the rebound set.
The universe has a way of healing itself.
So I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Do you have questions? I don't want it to be the whole
No,
show.
you
but
put it
it's
out
important.
there already. I don't think there's any more questions.
No
I
more
just want to know who's gonna mow the grass.
Well,
When something breaks down, who's gonna fix it?
Yeah.
well, I'm moving. So I mean, I did.
Yes. That's good.
I'm moving. I got a guy that mows the grass, and
Okay.
and I mean, I've gotten by for now. I don't know.
That just takes me all the way back to one of my favorite roast jokes on you.
Oh god.
When you were still with Michelle.
Oh god.
And it was like, if you guys get divorced, that's just one more studio we're getting fired from. So here we are again.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to move the studio. So
Anybody have space?
yeah, anyone has
Anyone
space.
has a spare basement?
Please message us.
That's one thing. Steve Taylor reached out and said for some very nice things, which I appreciate, from Taylor Automotive, and he said we could put the studio in there, but the problem is they just don't open early enough.
We'll just give you a key. That's all we need.
give me a key. So
We don't need a Kia. We just need a key.
I don't know, man. And then I don't know, Jake. You're the king of breakups.
Oh God.
Like, so on the devastation level, 1 to 10. I mean, it was Kelly, you guys saw me.
Yeah,
it was definitely a 10.
It was 11.
Yeah.
He was ruined.
I mean, I've been ruined a lot. Most of the time, I feel like it wasn't really my fault.
Uh-huh.
There were times, absolutely, I was to blame. And that took a lot for me to get to that point, to accept the fact that I'm not always the perfect image that I think I am in my head.
Right.
But there were times where I was the one. It was my fault.
Well, here's the thing and that's one of the things is I said, like, I'll take 50% of the blame. I'll take 60, 70, 80. I'll take 90% of the blame. But what you're not going to do is give me 100% of the blame and play the victim. Like that ain't going to happen. And, I have a list of probably negatives about me it's a mile long. And then her list is a mile long. So I'm like, fuck, you're fucked up. I'm fucked up. Maybe let's figure this shit out. And, obviously she had other plans on that. And I got some text message in 419-345-3375. I'm not sure it's wrong to post. The only weird part is that most of your friends can't see her posts reacting to it. Really? I don't know.
She's like blocked everybody.
Oh, she blocked everybody.
Yeah, and I ain't gonna like. You said something about a video, in response to a video. I'm like, I missed the other part, right? like this would be like watching Netflix and like missing like episode 2 and 3 is not here. Netflix.
Let's go and skip into series number 2.
And I got another text in. Hate to say it, but I found it weird that she didn't seem so agitated when speaking on the air. there was an air of calmness compared to how she always comes in hot. I didn't even think of that. I mean, she knew that I'm planning my exit. I'm happy now.
Yeah, when you told me, that's the first thing I thought about is when she
Really?
came in, she because I had to leave early and I listened. Generally when we're on the air, we're reacting to each other, but I was a listener. I was driving and listening, and there was an air of calmness. And I thought she was.
I didn't think of that.
Yeah, 100%.
Someone said it's great to hear K2 on the air.
Thank you.
Someone said you need to start planting your seeds in Kelly.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I went out with some people over the last 8 or 9 days. I went out with a few people.
Oh
What does
my
that
God,
mean?
you're
What does that mean? Went out with
ridiculous.
some people. I want you to go more in depth on that.
Do you?
Are you just going out with friends? Or
He
you
already
going out
went in
with...
depth on them.
Right? Like seriously, dude.
What?
Seriously.
What
Did I tell you?
What did
You
you tell
need to
me?
take a break
I don't
for
need-
yourself.
I'm fine. I don't need to fix myself. I'm fine.
Oh my
I didn't
gosh.
leave.
Spoken like the only man who needs therapy.
Yeah.
I don't need to fix myself. I'm fine.
I'm fine.
you know,
On to the next bitch.
Everyone needs therapy. I except me.
Except-
I'm good. I'm good. Let me get a text. Oh, Donnie P texted.
Oh,
Donnie
Donnie P. One of the keys to getting over breakup up emotionally, after you accept its certainty, after you deal with the hurt and doubts and blame, appreciate it for the time you had. It's so easy to want to delete an entire history, but that's not feasible or healthy. We tend to over focus on the bad when we're hurting because of it, and obsessed about the good when we're missing it. The truth is, it was good, it was bad, and it was worth it. And we're meant to love and hurt. Wow, Donnie P.
Donnie P.
Jesus.
He's always
He's so
spitting.
dreamy.
He is dreamy. I know.
He's
Well,
dreamy.
He is.
You know, that's the thing. When I saw Donnie and Ashley break up, I was like, "Fuck, is there hope for anybody?" Like, I thought that was the it. You know, they would do a little podcast together. They were, out with the kids all the time.
Yeah.
I mean,
and he's like just a great looking good dude.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, and she's cute. And I thought,
Yeah, there's no hope for the rest of us.
yeah. Yeah.
We're screwed.
So,
But Andrew, if you want my advice, to get over 1, you have to get under 10.
That's what he's trying to
Well,
do.
So
but
it's science, it's math.
here's what I don't understand is when you say working on yourself. So let's say you break up with somebody, and then you're sitting there for what, weeks, months, years. You need to feel new love again. You need to feel excited again. That's the way you get over it.
No,
I
no,
disagree.
my
What do you say, Don? What do you say, Denny?
No, I mean, like it's one of those things. Like there's like I said, there's no time period on it. But like you can't rely on any one person to give you that feeling. You have to rely on yourself to give you that feeling.
Yes.
And that's like and what's one of the things I tell everybody. I'm very happily married. I love my wife so much, but I wasn't looking for her when I found her. I wasn't looking for her to complete me when I found her. I wasn't looking for her to make me happy when I found her. But I was happy with me when I found her.
Well, like,
and until you're happy with yourself, you're not going to be able to make somebody else happy. And you can't rely on someone else for your happiness because people are always going to disappoint you. People are always going to let you down. It's human nature. So what I'm saying is you got to provide your own happiness and then bring that to the table and then have a happy relationship together. So she's happy with her, I'm happy with me, and we're happy together.
But like for me, it's been more like, let's say Miss America. Like let's say you someone wins Miss America, right? And she can't fulfill the duties. Will you go to the runner-ups? So these are all people in the past that didn't win the contest that I've talked to that have reached out. They've reached out to me that didn't win the contest 14 years ago, and they've been hanging on.
My goodness.
You are ridiculous.
These are jokes.
So you said you got it right the first time? Is that what you're saying?
419-345-3375. Got a text in. Bro, her pillow is still on your bed, and you're hanging out with ladies already? Shaking my head. Great. Next week, you're going to be engaged.
Okay,
No
Demetrius.
shit, right?
You're very Demetrius-like.
I am.
Look, he can't get engaged unless he goes on the Today Show.
yeah.
I know.
You gotta make us
I did
splash.
Good Morning America last time.
Well, and you know what kind of sucks too about the timing of all this is this happened too late for you to be on that single in the 419 show.
I know. The Toledo
Oh my
City
God,
paper.
I love that.
Oh,
Andrew, you gotta stay single until next
Fuck
year.
no, I'm not
I
doing
would
that.
Love that. Oh, we would have so much fun.
Hey, trust me, after a while, you just get used to it.
used to what?
Being single.
Do
You're
you
just
really?
like, yeah,
See, like,
And you start to enjoy it.
kind of
You like
but
your
in a weird way,
independence,
but
yeah.
like
But as
also
the newlywed over there.
I know, right?
but Jake, what do you do when like you're at home at night, like
I pet
home
my
night
cat.
after night? See, I can't.
Is that a different saying for what does that mean?
Euphemism for sure.
no, honestly, you just get to a point where you're just like, you know what, I'm okay. Like, I'm good being in my palace of solitude.
I'm telling you, need a PlayStation. Like I'm telling you, like
I
there's-
don't own a video game system.
Wow.
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 I
don't either.
I expand my mind by watching documentaries and
Yeah. Wait. What did you watch? Poop Boat yesterday?
oh yeah, well yeah. No,
that
so
was a good documentary.
Expanding
did you watch the
mind.
Netflix?
Yes, yes.
So you know I just got back from
Yeah.
cruise, right? I was on that actual boat.
Oh
You
my
was on
God.
that
Oh my
actual
God.
boat?
Yes,
Yeah,
I was
because I
on-
know they renamed it.
Yeah,
like, it
the
was
Sunrise.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Carnival Sunrise. That was my boat. I was on the shit show.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I'm watching the documentary and literally like, holy shit, I was there 2 days ago.
Yeah.
I was standing right there.
That's funny. So I don't. Have you guys ever been in love where it's a 10 and then just broke up like it? Or
Every time I've ever been in love
I know
with someone.
Jake goes to 10 on day one.
Oh, day one.
Jake's like me. Jake's like me. You're 10 on day one.
I'm jumping overboard like the parent on the cruise that jumped overboard to save his kid.
Uh-huh.
That's me in love every single time.
Really?
I'm going. Yes, I'm going.
Oh my
Like if
gosh,
I'm with you, I'm
guys.
with you. I'm going.
I got a text. You're not looking for love, bro. You're looking for someone to help on the food truck.
That's right.
I know. I
That is
do.
a freaking true statement,
Them
man.
nachos aren't going to puff themselves.
Oh shit! Oh my god! But okay, so but Jake, how do you? I mean, you've had it so many times. Have you been surprised? Have you been surprised with the breakups? I mean, for the most part. Or?
As I got older, no.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you just kind of
When I was younger, yeah, I'm like I never saw it
coming.
coming.
What'd you say, Danny?
So you can kind of start seeing it coming. I feel like. I mean, I know any.
I
of the-
was blindsided,
Yeah,
man.
any of the breakups that I've been through is I've always like it's always been one of them like, well, this is ending, but we're going to try to drag this out as long as we possibly
Yeah, well,
can until it gets ugly.
looking back, I should have known, but you know, once
Hindsight's 2020.
yeah, but looking back, but I was definitely blindsided.
I mean, for my breakup, like, I mean, most of y'all don't know this, but I gave the ring back in October. And so my breakup was a slow burn. I mean, he knew we were breaking up. I knew we were breaking up, but we kept thinking, we were together for so long. I kept thinking, maybe we can make this work.
Really?
Maybe we could do this. But then there just comes a time when you got to throw in the towel. When, I mean, it's nothing's changing.
I think what was I gonna say?
That's the
Go
worst
ahead,
though,
Jake.
is knowing that it's
Yeah.
coming and knowing there's nothing you can do but just like take a knee
Hold
and
on.
run the clock out.
Yeah.
You're in relationship hospice.
Yeah.
Hold on, it's a very bumpy ride.
Yep.
I got a text in. Sorry about your woman. I knew it was going to happen when I knew you were opening another pizza store. The same thing repeating itself. You need to get back with
History.
you need to get back with Demetrius.
I don't think so. I think you guys are fine where you are.
Let's see. It's another one. What did she take Steven with her? No.
Who's Steven's next guest on this podcast?
Couple you, Steven.
He's like the
your
other
mom.
side of the story.
Oh my god. No, Steven did not go. Steven will be here. He had to put his dog down today. He's gonna have to put his dog down.
And I'm gonna be honest, I'm way more sad about that, Andrew.
I mean, I'd be wrecked.
Yeah.
Wrecked.
So anyway, Kelly, so your breakup, it was, see, Demetrius was right. He did say, he said when you're the breakup you know, you've been like, you go back to that calmness that Colleen had on the air at Thursday. When you're the breakup you've had weeks or months or maybe years even sometimes to prepare for it. And when you're the breakup it just happened 7 days ago or 8 days ago or 10 days ago, whatever it was.
Yeah, it took me like 2 years to break up with him. Really, it did.
Really?
Good
Yes.
Lord.
Jesus.
I'm such a people pleaser.
I know. No, I know. I know. All right. Anything else on that? Are we done? Have we talked it to death, or just so do you, Kelly, what about you? Do you want to be in, like, you're so happy by yourself. You have so many friends.
I do have a lot of friends.
Do you feel that void with just that way?
I just want to have fun.
Is that void a euphemism?
For anything?
I just want to have fun. I mean, I feel like I've had 2 years of like not fun, so bring on the fun. I don't know.
And that's the thing that I think a lot of people miss is like, we're not, like, a lot of people get put into this societal norm that we're supposed to be with somebody, and we're supposed, and the thing is, like, you don't have to be with somebody to be happy. Like, we are put on this earth to be happy. And that's it. That's the only thing. Now, whatever it is, like, however we get to that happiness, like, we all have our own journey. But like, we're not here to just be a part of society and conform to these norms of being in a relationship. Like, you know, my relationship is not conventional at all, but it works for me and it works for my wife, and we're both very, very happy.
Yeah, I guess that's a great point. I guess the end goal for all of us is we're allowed and meant to be happy. And however you're happy, if it's not the way I'd be happy, who am I to judge?
Yeah.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah,
I don't care if you're happy with marrying a couch, marry a fucking couch. Who cares?
If I'm not hurting someone,
yes. If it doesn't
I'm not
affect
taking advantage of someone, if you're not negatively impacting someone else's life, create your own happiness. Just fucking do it.
100%. My girlfriend is going through it. You know, she got a divorce. She flung herself in a few relationships. Anyways, and now she's like circling back. And she said, she was like, sent me this text just saying how like she apologized because like I've been drinking too much. I've been just like, I'm such a shit show. I'm all out there. And I said to her, no judgment and no apologies. I mean, come on. Yeah. All of us just need to do what we got to do to heal. To heal, whatever it is.
And another thing too is that I think I lost my thought, but I think I'm going to be able to get it back if I think real quick. No, there was. Hold on, don't. It was. I've noticed on. So you know, on in life, where let's say you buy a Jeep Wrangler, Cherokee, whatever your car is, and then you notice every single one that drives by. But before that, you don't notice any of those cars.
Oh yeah.
I have noticed on Facebook how many single people there are, like people that I thought were married in relationships, and there's a ton of single people.
Andrew, it's because nobody puts out their single like you do on social media. I mean, nobody does that.
Well, it's new for him. It's like his new thing.
But I'm thinking, but it seems like, and then I was talking to Gina last night, and she said us being, around 50, that maybe that's a season of.
Oh yeah.
A lot of a season of change. Maybe like kids are leaving the house, and now you've lived your life for your kids, and now they're at college. Now all of a sudden you have to spend time with this asshole, and this asshole ain't what you thought it was. You could avoid him before because you're doing other things.
Oh my gosh! And, that's not how the country song goes.
Wasn't that a Louis C.K. bit a long time ago where he was like, I could leave, but he's like, I had these kids, so I couldn't leave. And now I don't have the kids.
Yeah.
And I look back at it and go, I could have left. Like the whole time I could have just been gone.
Yeah.
But have you noticed, Kelly, a lot of people are single?
So in I mean, I don't think in my I don't know. Who knows? I'm not really out there saying are you single or not, but I will say this. Since I kind of told people, and it's been kind of new since I told people maybe a month that like
there's an inbox full of dongs. Like as soon as a woman like posts that she's single,
I didn't post. I'm not a poster.
Well, as soon as the word gets out, it's just
no. I mean,
dong.
I have gotten a few pictures. I'm not gonna lie.
Have you really?
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Look, I'm the most hilarious thing is a pretty woman's inbox. Like
my gosh!
I mean, I'm telling you, like it makes it like when I have close female friends that have shown me their inboxes, and You know, as men, we're never going to experience that.
I could publish
But-
a book.
Yeah.
A dick
Really?
pic book. Yes.
Oh my god. So anyway, what were you,
100%.
so
Would,
anyway,
would it be a pop-up book?
so anyway, what were you saying?
I think that's good though.
I
I mean,
know.
that would be a good idea.
Just open it up.
Something different. Pop-up book. I just think that like at our age, single is way different.
Uh-huh.
And I don't play it like you guys do. Like I can't just, I mean, I'm not a dude, so I'm not just like, and some of my girlfriends, no judgment, but like they can just go out, sleep with somebody. I'm not that girl.
Uh-huh.
Like I gotta spend time with
Well,
you.
even if it's not sleeping, like I'm not saying
Because you
I'm
were up all night.
I'm not saying I'm not sleeping with
Oh,
people.
is that who just
but-
walked out the door? Who's that?
Yeah, I'm not saying I'll sleep with people, but I'm saying I'm having more human connections and more like
Okay.
conversations
Mhm.
with people, and
You're such a chick.
and fuck, dude, I know,
You know
and I
what,
want
also-
to, and I want to talk about, I want to talk about what the fuck. I don't want to just keep it inside. I want to talk.
Well, I will say this about Andrew. He really didn't have a whole lot of friends. You don't have a whole lot of friends. You talk all day long,
Mhm.
on the podcast, and you
Mhm.
work, and you're out there talking so much. You really don't have time to make contact with people.
No, and that's why when I have a relationship, I mean, I consider that my friend. Like
Yeah, you're all
we
in.
hang. Yeah, we're all in. If we're going somewhere, we're going somewhere together. And that's one thing I look back and I notice is that like we would just hang out. Like she's like going to work. I'm like, hey, you want me to ride with you? Or if I'm going to food truck, and then she all of a sudden she's like, no, I'm good. And I'm like, And now looking back, it's like, okay, I see what's.
But I
what's
hope you
going on
learn
here.
from this. And when, I'm not even going to say if,
Yeah,
when you're back in a
Oh, it's
relationship,
definitely
you
gonna
keep
be-
your friends.
I'm a relationship guy.
I know, but you better keep your friends
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
because we've rallied for you.
Yeah,
We've
you
rallied for your ass, man.
I have been really fortunate. You guys, I mean Kelly and Kelly, you guys have seen me at my worst, and just there's so many people that have texted me from the past. I'm going to start getting back to them today. I haven't really, I got a lot of messages, and I haven't really gotten back to them yet. I'm going to do that today. I got a text in 419-345-3375. This is 419 Singles. We recently got your application to join our group, but unfortunately we have to decline you as you used Colleen as a reference. I did.
Check with my previous employer.
I think Michelle likes you.
And that's one of the funny things I found out, because I thought about this when I started seeing it on Facebook is, that was about the time that I joined the show the first time, Andrew, is when you were going through your big
Michelle.
breakup with Michelle.
Uh-huh.
And like, I didn't even know that they were going through it. Like I was showing up every day. I was going downstairs to that basement. She was on the show like half the time. And then like one day I come in and Andrew's like, so I have an announcement to make. Me and Michelle are breaking up.
Really?
And I was like,
don't
and now I'm sitting there going like, okay, and now I'm back again. And then now Colleen's leaving again. Is it me? Is it me, Andrew?
It is
Oh my
fucking
God.
you. Stop fucking my wife.
Like me and Denny came to the show about the same time.
Yeah.
So like I'm going through this with Denny again. Like
Yeah.
Jesus.
Really?
Oh, maybe it's Jake.
Maybe
All right, so it might not be me.
Maybe it's both of them.
Yeah.
Maybe it's to the two of you. I got some text, and you just described how women break up. It happens long before it happens. Men are always the last to find out. That is true. I mean, that's just facts. 90% of the time, women are the ones that do the breakups, and dudes are usually blindsided. How did you put up with her voice, though? Stop.
Ooh,
She's
We're
not.
not gonna be mean.
We're not going to be mean.
No,
She went to
no.
Arizona. That's such a selfish move. We need D to call in and give his take. Someone said, "Great, bro. Now you're going to be on. Are we dating the same person?"
Every other one. Demetrius. Andrew. Demetrius.
we're battling.
Who's the biggest?
Oh my god, that's funny. All right. Anyway, is that it? All right. So I definitely plan on finding love again. Like I'm not built. What about you, Kelly? Do you want to find love again?
I just want to have fun. I don't think. I mean, at my age, I don't want to get married again. I know that for a fact. I mean,
Really?
I only got married once, for the
Uh-huh.
record. And I just think that like I make enough money. I can do what I
great.
want.
Yeah.
I don't. I just not. I just want to have fun.
Jake, you gonna be in a relationship? Of course you are.
I would love it.
How long you been single?
Almost 2 years next week.
Holy shit! I can't believe it's been that long.
Well, he works so much.
Is it driving you crazy, or are you good?
It's got its moments. You know, like
because you're built. Would you say I'm built for relationship? You're built. Are you? Would you say you're built for relationships?
I'm a better person in a relationship.
No,
I agree.
When I'm single, I'm an asshole to myself.
Agreed.
Mostly to myself, not anyone else. Just I will neglect myself because I have no one there to safeguard me. Like, so not that I need somebody to safeguard me, but like I'm better at answering to somebody than I am to answering to myself.
Is it weird that I don't want to? Is it?
No,
like,
it's not weird.
Okay.
Was it weird?
Am I,
What?
like,
Not weird.
unhealthy?
What? Not weird. What?
I mean, I was like that.
What?
I
Okay.
never wanted to be in a relationship again. I was completely happy where I was at.
Okay.
It's funny because my mom is the same way. Like she's so busy and happy and so many friends and all that. And I think maybe that's look, women in general, and these are generalities, but they're generalities because they're it's
They're
true.
true more than they're not.
They're true more than they're not. Thank you, Denny. But women are more social. Women have more friends, and dudes aren't like that as much. I mean, there again, we see. It's not the case for everybody, but I think in general, like K2, you'd be totally happy not being married.
Yeah.
And Kelly, you would be totally happy not being married.
Oh, I can't say that out loud.
What?
No, I think now you have to.
I know.
I was gonna say, I'd be so happy if K2 was single.
Oh,
We'd be having some fun.
I would be. She would live
Aw.
with me. I would have a roommate. But I love Jacob. That's so terrible to say.
I know. I know what
We
you.
know
I
what
know
you
the.
meant.
Yeah, I know. I
Yeah,
get what you meant. We didn't think you meant it bad. I got a text in. Being 58 and married for 40 years. I can't even imagine being single again.
Oh my gosh. Well, congratulations, because that's amazing.
Yeah, sure.
Lucky for me though. I think I get to meet so many new people
On a daily.
On a daily. And here's the thing. And I was going to post a video of this after.
Of course you were.
After the show, but yesterday was, I don't know what it was, but it's fucking amazing on the food truck. Like people were coming over and it wasn't just, hey, how you doing? Like we were having like in-depth conversations. They're like, I'm sorry what you're going through. And then I've gone through this or I've gone through, and we would just be having conversations and people be coming up and taking pictures and people would be tipping a lot of money and people would be like, you're going to need it and blah, blah, blah.
Oh,
Like
so sweet.
it was so nice. And if you look at a pot for me, putting it all out there as I did on Facebook, I think that's maybe the one positive is that people are like, dude, I know you. I feel like I know you more. I feel like I've gone through it. I feel like whatever. And it was so different, the vibe yesterday from just a regular food truck day.
Well, and I also believe like when you're so raw, when you're raw, so honest, people can relate. I mean, you're
you're
very
hurting.
real. You're a real person going through it.
And I don't know. I just, like I said, I just don't care. I have this ability to not care what people think. So people are like, oh, you shouldn't post that, or it looks bad, or it's going to hurt your business, or blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I really don't give a fuck. I
know.
I really don't. I just not in the 0%. Not even anymore.
That's your therapy.
No, I'm not going to say.
Right, we all have our way of dealing with it.
Yeah, I'm not going to say that there weren't some people that I respect that that also were texting in and saying some things, and I listened to them, or I at least took them in. But I just
But that's another strange thing about all this is like everyone expects everyone else to deal with things like this
the way they would.
Yeah, like I would have never put it out on Facebook like that. Andrew. Good for you.
Yeah, good
for you. Andrew did.
We've talked about this.
Yeah.
This society is turned into so much. Well, what I would do, I don't give. Okay, but you could have done. This is what you would have done. But there are 10 million other ways to do it, and they chose a different way. That doesn't make yours right and theirs wrong.
Right.
Like it's insane to me.
You gotta do what's best
This
for you.
society is just turned into that. Like, oh, well, that's not how you should do it. Well, that's not how you would do it.
I mean, I literally told him, stop posting, stop. But I'm glad you did, because honestly, you're so much better after you're
It's therapeutic.
Freer.
yeah,
It's
your
therapeutic for
era.
There,
Everything is so much better since you got it out.
and there are times where I posted and then I've been like, oh, I shouldn't have posted that. And there's a couple times, not many, but there's times where I've deleted it. But I can tell you that I just felt better. I felt at peace after going through all that. I'm like, I'm at peace. I said what I said. I was honest, and that was it.
Your first video, you were cracking me up when you said Kelly Latz told me to delete it, so I did.
I know, I did,
but I can't delete it anymore.
Well,
oh my God.
it was crazy because like you made that post. You were like, clearly, me and Colleen are not together anymore,
right?
And I was like, wait, what the hell?
Listen,
and I was trying to piece it together while I was on a cruise ship with no internet.
and so like what last week when you were like, hey, my life's falling apart, no show the week of the 4th of July, and I was like,
you didn't even know.
I was like, I had no idea. I'm like, damn, whatever
Oh.
Andrew's going through, hope he's getting better. And I was like, well, at least I'm gonna get some extra sleep this week. And then like, and I just rolled back over. I didn't, and then I started seeing Facebook. I'm like, oh shit, that really does suck.
Yeah, I was like going port to port and getting like updates like every like 2 or 3 days. I'm like,
That's
what
a
the hell
lot
is
of updates
going
to
on?
go through.
Yeah, and I'm trying to piece it together. I was like, I think Andrew got divorced. I don't know.
overnight.
Well, here's the
I was
thing.
like, we got some things we need to talk about on the show when I get back.
Here's
Yeah, we haven't even talked about Diddy or Epstein yet.
Oh my God. But here's the gaslighting that was going on the other side. Is I'm a public person, but personal shit I like real personal shit. I keep that shit private. And her aunt posted this fucking GoFundMe,
which pisses me off so much.
So nasty. Posted this GoFundMe. So then I'm getting inboxed about it. So that's when I said, well, apparently Colleen and I. But like 3 or 4 days later, they're like, well, you're the posted that, Colleen. So I posted the GoFundMe. This bitch emailed me or whatever and said, well, you posted that you guys weren't together, so I posted the GoFundMe. Bitch, what how are you going to gaslight the order right there? Like, are you this woman? She's fucking insane. Now, I'm not talking about my ex. I'm talking about her family, her people she's around out there. So I mean, it's like, dude, you're clearly lying about the facts. So.
Well, gaslighting's a real thing.
Gaslighting
and it's
is
not going to stop. I mean, you guys you're in the beginning of it.
Yeah, and I've got a personal protection order because apparently I'm going to come to Arizona and kill her, is what she said. So
You've been served papers for that?
Yeah.
Oh, you have?
Oh yeah, I got served. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
Yeah, I can't. Her and Josie are both on the protection order.
Oh Jesus.
I know. So
I'm sorry, that just is wrong.
Well, you don't strike me as the OJ type,
right?
So
even Demetrius is like, dude, I would swear on a stack of Bibles.
You've never even been in a fight. I mean, come on.
I have my bark is worse than my bite for sure. I mean, you could find me going crazy.
You can say some mean things.
I can make.
but,
I can.
I don't know.
I know how to use language.
I'm going to say this, and I've said it before on the show. You get poked and poked and poked, and then you go off and you're the crazy one. I mean, they're just poke.
It's the fucking real world thing where Dave Chappelle made fun of it once, but you have one black dude in the real world, and then all these white people live in there, and then you all of a sudden you fucked with the black dude, poked, and all of a sudden he blows up. It's like, whoa. Man, these black guys can't control themselves,
The Mad Real World is one of my favorite shows.
Oh my God, it's so genius. Genius.
One of my favorite. I'm actually wearing a Chappelle shirt today.
Oh, all right.
Cute.
All right. Well, anyway, thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for letting me vent and in that. Let's get into the news. Toledo.
Bad weekend.
Toledo residents
Terrible weekend.
rattled after 6 people killed in
murder.
multiple incidents over a 3-day period. As of July 7th, there have been 27 homicides in Toledo this year.
I'm about to start walking around this whole fucking city like 50 Cent, man. This bulletproof vest, like
right?
It's bad out there right now.
And then I look at like the 13 ABC website or whatever. I'm just gonna give you some like headlines. Armed suspect shot by TPD officers in an incident in Eastgate. Where's another one?
The thing that happened at Agenda.
The thing that happened.
I was driving home and like I couldn't get home. I usually go right by Agenda every time when I leave work, and I'm like, and I couldn't, like, it was just a whole bunch of police cars. I'm like, oh, I wonder what's going on there. And then I woke up the next day, 4 people were shot. Like,
yeah, the thing that
I could have been driving through that.
The thing that happened at Agenda. 3 teens expected to be charged after stabbing at a group home. Man sentenced to prison for kidnapping and raping a woman in Toledo. I mean, it's just a man 27 accused of raping a 12-year-old. Teens arrested for 4th of July murder. I mean, Jesus. A suspect assault man leaving him unresponsive on the sidewalk. Woman arrested for allegedly stabbing a man and police shooting.
What did he do?
What did he do? That we always ask.
We got to do better. You sure you don't want to go to Arizona?
Don't go to Arizona. You're going to get arrested.
I can't. Yeah.
You can go to California. Go to California.
But can we agree that America is not a good place right now in general. I mean, it's just not. Like the 4th of July, did you feel patriotic? Did you feel excited? Did you feel happy? No, everyone is fucking depressed. And I know I can't blame it on down, but here's the thing. Remember when the Detroit Pistons back in the day when they had the bad boys, right? Yeah. And that's a persona that starts with the coach, John Daly, or isn't it Chuck Daly? Chuck Daly. You know, your coach is your team represents your coach, and if you've got a nasty person that's miserable and just mean at the top, it can't help but go down to the rest of Team America. Yeah. And that's not the only thing. COVID, people are in bad places, you know, with financially, and there's a lot. But this country is not well. Am I right?
I think you're. I think you're honest. I mean, and
AI, uncertainty, all of it.
The craziest thing that I found about all this, as far as the violence that's going on in Toledo right now, is like I saw the headline that said for the first time ever there were no homicides in New York City. So I'm sitting there going, is Toledo literally getting more violent than New York City?
So you think it's a Toledo thing and not a countrywide?
No.
Thing?
I mean, I'm not necessarily saying that. Okay. I was just saying, like, I just thought that was
it is odd. Yeah,
it was an interesting factoid.
Okay.
And you know me, I'm never going to. But as far as your point is, does it start at the top? I'm never going to sit here and defend Donald Trump,
right?
Because obviously, there's a lot of things that he could do better. But I think that we were going down this route as a country, before him. I think as far as the violence and all that stuff goes, I think it would be going on even if Kamala Harris had won. So I don't think it's something that we can necessarily. There's some stuff that he can absolutely do better when it comes to helping stop stuff like this. But I think that we were going this direction, and there isn't a whole lot that one person is going to be able to do to steer.
I don't disagree. I mean, like I said, it's a combination of a bunch of stuff, but that doesn't. That's a piece of it.
His rhetoric doesn't help.
No, it's a piece of it. Owner of Loma Linda Restaurant is asking you to return the stolen mariachi sculpture.
I feel so bad for them.
What happened?
So, don't you remember back in the day, like in high school, they used to steal the big boys?
Oh, yeah.
Remember that? And then they would like put it in places like at McDonald's and stuff like that. I mean,
we stole a Taco Bell sign one time that said "Now hiring." We put it in my buddy Steve's yard. It said Taco Bell now hiring with the arrow pointing at his house. We thought it was hilarious.
And it was.
I mean, this is like what kids do. Like I remember my child, oh my gosh, they stole all these like sculptures, like yard signs. So and I didn't know, and they put them all in my basement. So one day the police were next door, and my son's like bear crawling because he stole a full-size trampoline the night before into my room, and he's like, they're here for me, Mom. And he's like, tell me, and I'm like, okay, all right, like. And he goes, I have something to tell you. And he guides me down to the basement. And there's just this red blinking light. And as I go on, he turns on the light. And there's like, I kid you not, 40 cement. Jesus. Like there was as big as me moose.
Hell yeah.
I was like, what did you do? And he goes, well, I mean, not all of them I did. But then people were bringing me gifts.
Like offerings. Was it the moose from the gas station down by Sandusky? I've always wanted one of those. Those mooses are cool.
I don't know. I don't even know that moose. I just know it was bigger than me. I was like, how the hell did you get that?
Now I hate to victim blame for this restaurant. But if you have a fun sculpture or statue and it's not cemented down, you're pretty much asking for this.
I remember we used to go to lunch when I worked at a radio station in Dubuque, Iowa. We used to go to lunch at Chi-Chi's every day, or several times a week. And we started just grabbing stuff from Chi-Chi's as we leave, and we put it up in the studio. So pretty soon we had a sombrero up there, and we had like salt and pepper shakers.
Boys will be boys.
The whole studio became a Chi-Chi's.
I remember, like, Tim always stole stuff too at restaurants and put them in my expensive purses, and I would be so freaking mad, like steak knives and shot glasses. I'm like, what do you guys do? Why do you need all this stuff?
I don't know. It's just
weird.
It's for me. I still do it to this day.
Kelly does it too.
I don't want to mention how many really good steak knives I have from a particular restaurant in Perrysburg.
Is it Bench?
I'm not going to mention what restaurant
That's one of the things at Bench. We sell the steak knives for like $40 a piece.
Jesus!
I can't afford,
Yeah.
I can't afford that.
They're the big handles.
No, but I still got a whole set of them.
Many people will be like, I got a whole set. I'm like, how'd you get that? And they're like, I'm not gonna tell you.
Do you have to reorder them a lot? I mean, is that like the thing?
Yeah, we have to
that
actually
people steal from Bench.
Yeah, we send them out to get sharpened too.
Well, you can also
my
buy
God.
you can also buy glasses from the breweries, but I have a brewery glass from every brewery in Toledo that I haven't paid for.
One guy looked at me one time. He's like, "What are you gonna do if I put this knife in my purse?" I go, "I'm gonna charge you $40 on your bill." That's what I'm gonna do.
Parents sue Bowling Green City Schools, claiming district could have prevented child sexual assault. Several staff members and a former coach are being sued. Adrian police are issuing the warning of increased recreational abuse of nitrous oxide, also known as whippets. Guess they're seeing an increase in whippets. So,
do you remember those?
I do. That's big in California. I found out that watching On Patrol Live that is a really a big problem in California, the whippets thing. I got some text message in 419-345-3375. Someone said I have a whole set of those little bills from Texas Roadhouse because I put them in my to-go container. Oh, bowls. I have those little bowls. I put in my to-go containers. I do that. I've done that too, where like you have a mini little salsa bowl and you take like a to-go of a Mexican food.
Give us if you give me something to take to go, I would fill it in that. But if you don't, I have to put the bowl in, right? Because you have to have the sauce.
Absolutely, got to have the sauce. Got to have it. Visit Perrysburg director exit after less than a year on the job. He said, I decided to resign. Basically, my vision of the organization really just didn't align with the board's vision of the organization, said Josh Johnson. Fucking Perrysburg officials, government officials, are fucking embarrassment. They railroaded Christine Best, and she was the best thing that this fucking city ever had.
You love her.
I do love her.
She's so fun.
I do love her. I just know that her energy and her ideas, her love of passion of the job. She worked 24/7 and she made six figures. And you're saying she stole a couple grand? Get the fuck out of here. Her husband redesigned, Scott Best, the principal, redesigned the office because they were too cheap to do it. He did it all on his own dime. So she gave him some gift cards that she'd asked to give if they could give. And they said, okay. And then they pulled up some trumped up ass charges on her. And now she's got health issues. He's going to retire. They're going to move out of the area. Get the fuck out of here. Like, what are you doing? I told her, and they're like, well, she pleaded guilty. I'm going to say it, an off the record conversation, because I don't think it matters anymore. This was a while back, but when this was going on, she said, should I fight this? I mean, I would win it, but it's just, it's so, if you lose, then like they offered her some good deal. Like, I don't know, probation or something. Yeah. It's like, should I just take it? She said, my health is, this thing is causing my health, blah, blah, blah. And I said, are you staying in the area? Because she has really no family tie. Her and Scott have no family ties.
I've watched a lot of documentaries. The percentage of people that plead guilty are not. It's not 100% people that are guilty. I'll say it like
right.
That. So just because someone says takes a deal, that doesn't mean like, hey, I for sure did this.
100%.
It just means like I don't want to fight this.
And Christine said, so I said, are you staying in the area? She said, I don't have any family here. My kids are grown. Blah blah blah. I'm like, plead guilty and get I said, if you're going to stay, then fight it. If you're going to leave, plead guilty and get the fuck out of here. Who cares? You as Scott's going to retire, and so he retired, and you lost a great educator who no one has anything bad to say about Scott Best. You lost a good educator. You lost someone that cares about the city because of your fucking agenda. But one thing she wouldn't do, she did what's right. She didn't, you get who she pissed off. Like, this is what's best for this is my mission. This is what's best for my mission. And I don't care what agendas are. So she wasn't making friends, but she was getting the fucking job done. They voted like City of the Year or something for the first time because she cared about it. So anyway, this dude's gone. You guys fucked up. Perry's like, fuck out of here. Oregon mayor discusses changes to Boomfest and the cost of the festival. So usually it was around 4th of July. Now they moved it to August 9th.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, the mayor explained that the plans were not last minute. He said city leaders have been working on Boomfest for more than a year, but there were some wrinkles that are now ironed out. We had to make the changes. It was decided they didn't do a high dollar national act this year. They're bringing in a yacht rock band, which that sounds fun.
Oh my gosh, it's your dream.
I know. I'm going. He said so. The mayor, the city's contributing about 30.
Yacht rock?
Yeah, you don't
fuck is that?
tell me you don't know what yacht rock is. I'm gonna
Oh,
Denny Crumb.
the fuck is yacht rock?
Are you kidding right now?
It's like rich white people boat
Yeah,
music.
it's shit they listen about like Crosby, Stills, Nash, Kenny Loggins,
I know one of those names.
Cheeseburger in paradise.
yeah, Jimmy
Ah.
Buffett.
Okay,
I
know
think it's
two
a
of
little
those
different
names.
too. I think it's like Drops of Jupiter.
I don't think that counts.
No.
I watched a documentary. I don't think that counts.
Okay.
But like Toto
You watched a
Africa,
documentary on yacht rock?
And anything.
fascinating.
On anything.
It was fascinating.
No, I watched a lot of documentaries, but I've never been like, you know what? Let's see what rich people listen to.
Dude, okay, but here's the thing. So back in the I think the 70s or 80s, whenever yacht rock was, it's kind of around that time.
70s. I'm a yacht rock queen then. I love the 70s.
So what is yacht rock? I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna get some
Oh
artists.
my god, I love it.
Yeah. So but anyway,
On the way here, I was
Oh.
listening to You're So Vain.
you're so. I don't think that's I don't think you.
know.
I don't think you've got it,
Yes,
Kel.
I'm-
I don't think you got it yet. Here, I'm gonna give you some
All
artists here
right.
for yacht rock. All right, here you go, Denny. Here you go, Denny. Let's see. Like Ride Like the Wind. Kenny Loggins was, or no, that's Christopher Cross. Christopher Cross.
No idea
Ride
who that
Like a
is.
Wind. What the fuck? How old are you?
I'm 39.
Holy
Oh my god, I
shit.
could birth you.
Still in his 30s.
Ridiculous.
Like Rupert Holmes, Pina Colada. If you like Pina
Okay, I've heard of that song. I've
Coladas.
heard of that song.
I
love that song.
Fleetwood Mac was yacht rock.
I love.
See,
see, I love
the Doobie Brothers.
Oh, it's my
was
dad's
yacht rock.
favorite.
Minute
I've
by minute by minute.
I've heard that there's a band named the Doobie Brothers. Couldn't name one song.
You have to be fucking kidding me, Dan.
Play
You'd
some
be
Doobies.
surprised what you hear Doobie Brothers. You're like, oh, okay, yeah.
They
got
were
it.
amazing.
Here you go.
They are amazing.
Here's the ultimate Doobie Brothers song. By the way, which I Michael McDonald, who I am a huge fan of, he was the lead singer. You know who Michael McDonald is, right?
The only
The dude that
knowledge,
sounds black.
the only knowledge that I have of Michael McDonald is 40-year-old virgin.
Dude, are you?
Miyamo.
Oh my gosh.
If I hear Miyamo to be there, I'm gonna Miyamo kill myself.
I'm gonna burn this bitch to the ground. Yeah, I'm gonna be there one more time.
You guys, I needed to do so much. I need to laugh.
I know,
Last
dude.
week I was miserable because I didn't spend my mornings with you guys.
Here's your little Doobie Brothers for you.
Oh, isn't this Regulators?
Yeah, this is Regulators.
It's not Regulators, you motherfucker.
I love it.
Regulators.
Trying to
Wanna-
consume.
Jesus. This is Regulators.
Sit the east side on the
213.
LBC. Mission 55, Mr. Bowen G.
That's a difference. That's a difference in generations. I hear
Oh my gosh.
I hear. I keep forgetting. He hears Warren G regulate. I hear them
Looking so
both.
hot, it's right. Hit the curb.
Yeah.
Here's some Doobie Brothers for you. Oh, it's the same
That's
song.
Regulators.
No, why is it doing
Yeah, it's
that?
Nate Dogg, man. Nate Dogg and Warren G.
Here you go. Here's some Doobie Brothers for you.
I do want to picture a bunch of rich white people listening to Regulators on a yacht, though.
All right, I'm going home and putting Doobies on my playlist.
For sure.
Put Nate Dogg and Warren G back.
She rises to her apology.
Only me and Andrew are bopping. Everybody else is just like,
Well,
whatever.
you know what's funny is that when I worked at Joe's Crab Shack, they would play this song a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
No wise man has the power to reason away what seems to be.
So I guess show up to Boomfest if you want to hear shit like this.
yes. It's always better than nothing.
Yeah.
And nothing at all.
They call it
keeps
Boomfest.
in.
You got to do some mushrooms and you'll be good.
Dude, have you guys watched Apple's The Studio?
Yes.
God, so
Dude,
good.
what's funny is like you
Genius.
had mentioned it on the show a few weeks ago,
Mhm.
and like and I've been wanting to watch it. And I told my wife like we need to watch this. We binged the whole season in 2 days. It was
Wasn't it good? Dude,
incredible.
the mushroom finale.
Oh my god!
Who's the
Oh
guy?
my
Who's
God,
the
it
Breaking Bad guy? Who's the Breaking Bad guy?
Cranston, Bryan Cranston.
Jeez, genius. He's
Dude,
in this show.
He's such a good
genius.
actor.
He's
Such a good actor. But everyone that was in that show was great.
Shit.
Like even like Zoe Kravitz was
Yes,
awesome.
oh my god. So the studio they bring in
love her.
they bring in these real life actors playing themselves, and they're just outraged. They get into what's going
Yeah.
on. Like Zoe Kravitz was on Zoe Kravitz. They accidentally gave her mushrooms. So her on mushrooms, she's genius. It was genius.
Who was the one girl? Olivia Wilde.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like she was great
Oh,
when
so good.
on her little cameo.
Yeah.
Dave Franco, how awesome was Dave Franco?
You guys have to watch
Like-
it. Have to watch
Okay.
it.
I know I'm late to the game, so late to the game, but this weekend I started Ozark, and it's
Ooh,
amazing.
Isn't it amazing?
You're in for a very good 2.5 seasons.
Have you finished the first season?
No, I'm
Oh
like
my
on
God.
on.
The
no-
end of the first season, you could have picked my jaw up off the
Yeah, it's
floor
great.
with a
I
shovel.
can't wait. I'm on like
Mm.
episode 4.
So
Oh,
good.
it's great.
I have some text messages 419-345-3375. Sirius XM has a Yacht Rock station on there, and they love it. Here's some of the artists that I was telling you about real quick before we wrap up. Steely Dan, Christopher Cross, Hall & Oates, Toto.
Mm.
That's a Yacht
Okay.
Rock. Just great music. Jill said, I thought that was Michael McDonald. It is. He was the lead singer of Doobie Brothers.
Yeah.
But that's the thing about Yacht Rock is they would all be on each other's shit. So they were all like in the same studios, like off and on.
Kind of like No Limit Records.
Well, is it? I don't know. Jesus, you're so black. It's just, but another one, Motown. Like
I
like
love
yeah.
Motown.
I've been listening to Motown a lot lately, and I was talking to this dude that came up to the truck because I was playing Motown Monday. I was playing Motown all day yesterday on Queso Kitchen, and I was telling the guy because if you have to go to the Motown Museum. It's only an hour away, and it's in Detroit. And just the history that's in this one little house. It was just a house, and they tell you the story about how, like the Supremes would be in one studio, and the Four Tops would be in another studio, and then like someone would walk by, like the Supremes would walk by, and the Four Tops would be like, "Hey, I need you to sing this part. Come here, do this real quick," and they would be on each other's stuff, and that's like the original. Like
So
just
cool.
they were all just under the same building and just melding everything and writing together, and you have to go. You just make a day of it. You go for like 3 hours. You get to see where they made all the Motown music, and then you go have lunch and you come home and then don't get shot in Detroit.
Oh my god,
That's more of a chance to get a shot in Toledo.
100%.
I
Yeah.
know, yeah.
Shit, right. All right. A Cleveland law firm files suit to prevent the Browns from using unclaimed state funds to build the Dome Stadium
yeah.
in Brook Park.
My wife was looking at that. She looked up. She's like, "Hey, the state owes you like $25." I'm like, "That, they can have it."
You're donating it to the Browns?
Yeah, I don't give a shit. $25. Like I'm not going to fill out whatever form is necessary. to
Yeah,
get
I think I
$25.
was owed like $7, and I was like, just put it towards the next traffic ticket.
But
I
Yeah.
are you guys not pissed that the governor is giving all this money to these rich motherfuckers to build another
Yeah,
stadium
no,
in
it's
Cleveland?
dumb. It's
bullshit.
dumb. Like,
Bullshit. Dude, you make billions. Your team is worth billions. But build your own fucking stadium.
Yeah.
Go Browns.
I'm fine. But here's the thing. Everyone in the state is now paying for the stadium, right? What percentage of Ohio is going to Cleveland Stadium? 1%, 2%, 3%, 5%? Why are 95% of us having to pay for this shitty ass team?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm so okay.
Oh my gosh, I'm wearing a flip flop
I
and I
know.
will grow it.
I will say on the counter argument to that.
What is it?
Is that
It's gonna bring-
it's going to generate a lot of revenue,
Yes.
not just for the city, but also for the state. Now, I will say I am firmly on the side of billionaires need to start paying for their own shit.
Yes.
I'm just saying that's just the counter argument to like, hey, that's why cities and states typically fund these large stadiums because it's not just for the Browns. Like there's going to be concerts, there's going to be all kinds of stuff there too. So
So here's the big story that came out yesterday. Man, Trumpers got to be like this big fuck you in your face. So there's this list. There was supposed to be this list that Epstein. How do I do it?
client list.
Epstein. What? Give me a sentence of what if you don't know who Epstein is.
Oh,
If you don't know who Jeffrey Epstein is,
Yeah.
I mean, is there
Epstein
anybody?
didn't kill himself.
So Jeffrey Epstein,
Yeah.
Jeffrey Epstein was trafficking young women.
What,
and
what,
there was
what
there
does
was
Christmas ornaments and Jeffrey Epstein have in common?
oh god,
They both don't hang themselves.
Exactly.
Ah,
Thank you,
Kelly.
K2. So Jeffrey
so quick.
Jeffrey Epstein ended up dying in prison, and he was a horrible human being.
Terrible.
And there's rumors that there's a list. There is a list.
A client.
There's a
list.
client
It
list,
has
and
to be a
Bill
client
Clinton's
list.
on there, and Trump's on there. All these people are on there. And so Trump's people said that, yeah, there's a list. And Pam Bondi, as Attorney General, said, I have the list on my desk and blah, blah, blah. And now they're
for
saying
review.
they're for review. And now they're saying there was no list because fucking Trump is on there. That's why there's no list. You people have to feel played, right? You have to feel played.
Did you see the interview that he did?
Yes.
Where they were like, "Hey, will you release the JFK files?"
Absolutely.
He's like, yes. 9/11. Yes. The Epstein files. Well, yes, but there might be some phony stuff in there, and they were like, what?
Dude,
Like,
it's
there's no way that there's like more like fishy stuff that happened with.
Was there a second shooter on the grassy knoll? Absolutely.
Yeah,
Were you on the Epstein list? Well, you know, we'll have to take a look at it.
yeah.
Dude is so dumb. So
and,
now,
and if I am on it, it's phony.
so
It's
now after all this, there's no list alleged. And the MAGA universe is losing their
And then-
fucking mind
and then-
because they wanted Bill Clinton so bad, and like we care. I don't give a fuck if Clinton's on there. Fucking say he's on there.
yeah,
Let him
yeah.
go-
And lock his ass
prosecute him.
up.
I
Lock
don't
his
give a
ass up.
lock his ass up. I do not
I
care.
mean,
about
honestly,
Bill Clinton, get out of here.
does anybody really care? I don't care who. I mean, I don't know. I
Well,
don't think
be-
it would ruin you.
What if you're on the Epstein list? Now I'll say this: like if it was
Because
just
there was underage shit.
if-
going
Oh,
on
okay,
and
if
all
it,
that.
if,
Yeah,
if,
that
if,
was-
if it was
yeah,
just regular sex work and consenting
Yeah,
adults, I don't
yeah.
think anyone gives a shit about
Right.
Agree.
But what Jeffrey Epstein was doing when it comes to trafficking and,
Yeah.
and
Oh.
forcing young and underage women into it, girls into it,
That's-
yeah, for
you know,
sure.
That's bad.
That's the disgusting part, and that is something that absolutely should and
For
would
sure.
ruin people.
For sure. But it's so funny watching Trump people.
Dude, like
twist
even
twist
Alex
themselves in
Alex
pretzel.
Jones, even Alex Jones was on
Pissed.
Twitter crying, and I'm not using that term loosely. He was crying because he felt like he's
He's
been
trying
betrayed by
harder
Trump.
than I was when my wife left me.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah, for sure.
Oh my god. All right. So measles continue to rise. We're at a 33 year high in measles.
Wow, I wonder why.
Mm.
Anti-vaxxers.
Microsoft laid off 9,000 people, and they suggested use ChatGPT for advice on their next steps. The end of an era. We no longer have to take our shoes off at TSA.
I just
Um,
did 2
well,
days
there's-
ago.
Well, what
They're phasing it out.
phasing it out. Yeah. It's not all gone for now. The details are a little bit vague, but that is the plan to remove that.
And it's going
stipulation.
it's there's going to be like certain airports where you're going to have to do it, and some airports that you're not going to have to do it until all of them get caught up, because it's just like they got to get the technology in for the screening.
I mean, I literally asked, "Do I need to take off my shoes?" Because some right now you don't.
They
Really?
made
Yeah.
me take off my belt the other day, and it was like a belt with a plastic buckle
Yeah,
and shorts. And he's like, "You got to take it off." I'm like, "Really, dude?" Like,
it's because like I bring my PlayStation with me when we go on trips, and
Uh-huh.
like there's certain airports where I have to take it out of a bag and put it in its own, and then certain airbags. But it's just because certain airports have the technology to see everything in the bag, and certain airports. So it's just airports just got to get caught up, and
Yeah.
we're not going to have to do it anymore.
Hey, do. So companies are now trying to kill off the idea of work-life balance. Of fucking course they are.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about this. It drives me effing crazy is that these companies. So companies used to work 7 days a week, 12 hours. They didn't care. They worked the shit out of you. That they don't care. Then unions came along and they were cutting it down to 5 days. And here we are, 75 years later, still working 5 days. No.
And that's only an American thing, man.
No. It's only an American thing.
That's only an American thing.
And we have conned ourselves like we make young people feel guilty. Like you need to work 5 days. No, we need to work. So 4 days is fine. Like we take 3 for ourselves. We give 4 to them, and that's good. We should not give them 5 days and us 2. Our life, we should give somebody else 5 fucking days. No, it ain't the thing no more. But they hate that. They hate that.
Like I said, like most, and because Europe is so much more progressive than America is.
Yeah.
But most places in Europe, they're only working 3 days in a lot of areas. Like there's 30 and 35-hour work weeks over there, and that's the norm. Like in France, anything over 35 hours is considered overtime. Where it's 40 here. Like why are they so much further along in their labor movement than America?
I did get a text in. Anyone that takes their PlayStation on trips definitely wouldn't know what Yacht Rock was.
No, for sure.
That's true. Anyway, they're saying a new trend of companies posting job listings that specifically say they do not offer any work-life balance and only have a ton of work to be done. Jesus.
All right, well, hey, good luck doing it, motherfucker.
Good luck doing it. Just in time for beach season. Oh yeah, another study found women's ideal body is dad bod.
They're lying.
Yes,
That's not true.
What?
That's not true.
The study just said it. K2.
That study is
well,
lying.
I want to know who that study was.
I don't
bunch
know.
of dad-
It was the people.
Yeah, it was a bunch of
Bunch of
guys.
Yeah, let me tell you.
What?
Line up me, you, and Jake Dickey next to fucking Zac Efron and Ryan Reynolds, and women are going to go, no, they're better looking.
Bullshit. Dad bod is in. I'm gonna keep putting it out there.
I disagree. I was just on a
Even
boat.
if you say
You're
it
not
doesn't
gonna,
mean
you're
it's
not
true.
gonna make fetch happen. So just stop.
Okay. What did they say? What was it? So what
This
is-
study was done exclusively by men.
you being on a boat, Jake? What is that?
I had nobody come up to me at all.
You-
Other than other people were like, "You done with that? I'll take it away."
You didn't find love on the boat?
I didn't.
I
did. I will say this: I found love, but for different reasons.
What do you mean?
I found love for myself.
Oh my God.
Aww, he's so adorable.
I found love for the people I was with,
Uh-huh.
and love for my nephew, who I got to spend a lot of time with, quality time. But no, honestly, I did. I found myself again a little bit, with just time to reflect and get away. Talking how you just talked about like work-life balance. Like that's the first time I've completely left work behind in a long, long time, where I didn't think about it. I didn't care. Didn't worry. I let it, whatever happened while I was gone, where I didn't stress about it. Like, oh shit, is it going to be okay when I'm gone? I didn't care.
Yeah.
And it was nice to just,
it's awesome, man.
Let go.
Yeah.
And then you get time for a little self-reflection, and you're like, you know what? I need to be better to myself.
Steve, are you there?
Well, I'm here.
All right.
Oh yeah.
All right, that is the news. Let's get into Steve. What do you think about what Jake just said, Steve?
Hot.
Oh, snap.
I got moist. I know what you're saying. Vulnerability is hot. But he's right. He is so right. Like this weekend, like, oh my God, our family reunion is this weekend. It's 3 days. It's been 4 months of Zoom calls and planning for a family reunion.
So are you
his itinerary for 3 days? Oh my God, it's probably like 90 of us.
Oh wow,
that's a lot.
I did get some messages in. Jake's voice is hot.
Who said
totally?
Oh, he's like, who said it?
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Who the hell is Jake Dickey? Why is he off to the side? He sounds like the voice of God coming from over there. Why don't you log into the camera?
Because my phone's about to die, actually.
Wait, don't you have, what kind of phone do you have? What's your
I got
plug?
an Android, which I just took 2 weeks of pounding for having the only Android on the cruise.
Yeah, I hate when my messages turn green because of people like
Androids
you.
are so much better.
You know, I agree,
It's
but
not even
like,
close. Wow.
but also like, I feel like
Wow.
I'm too old now to switch over.
It's not
I
even
know.
close. Like
You
Android,
were
like,
never too old.
My Galaxy Fold Z kicks the shit out of anything your iPhone can do.
Really? But here's the thing: it's the easiness of iPhone, and we've just used them, and everything's the same. I don't want to learn new stuff.
I'm telling you, like go into any phone store, like go to Verizon, AT&T, whatever, and the people that sell them, every single one of them have Androids because they know they know which phones are better.
Yeah,
they know the ins and outs.
So let's get back to who thought my voice sounded so.
Tell me again.
Yeah,
Wake up
reveal
in the-
yourself.
Wake up in the morning with Andrew Z in the morning.
Oh snap!
Man. All right, Steve. So what's going on with you? What are your thoughts on me and my situation? Do you want to say anything or not?
I'm like, it must be something in the air because another
told you. I said the
it's
same thing.
something in the air because people that you would not expect, like I have a coworker that I never would have thought I've been going through it is going through it. I'm like, and then you, and then I was like, what is? It's got to be in the air. Is it something in the Toledo air?
So Steve,
It's-
let me ask you: is your coworker like our age? Is it just like age specific? Because I feel like everybody I hear, maybe it's just. I'll tell you, I hang out with all youngins, but all the older people are the ones that are breaking up right now.
Exactly. And this person is an older person. It's an older person, seasoned, but I was just like, I never would have thought this would have been happening. I'm speechless. And in Andrew's case, I'm like, I didn't see this. I mean,
yeah.
All you can do
we're
is
getting to the
pray.
age where like
You
we don't
just
have much more
to-
time.
That's what Steve posted on my thing. He's like, just pray.
That's it.
I'm praying Steve will find me a lady.
Oh
You
Lord,
don't need one. You
Lord.
have one.
I know, Steve.
You have one, and a good one. You just are having a bump in the road.
I don't know, man. This
Scott-
is
I think
a big bump.
I think between their social media posts that
We blew it up.
This is definitely not.
I was talking to Gina last night. She's like, you guys have gone past the point of
no return, no return.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like if you guys get back together after all this, there's going to be a lot of judgment.
Yeah,
Like there's going to be like, oh wow, I can't believe they took each other back after all the shit they said on.
I know,
on social media.
I know.
Like that is the one negative thing about putting it all out there.
Listen, him and Dee did the same thing, but we saw the picture.
Yeah,
That's true.
we did.
Yep, we saw the picture. I was shocked. I spit out my Jack and Coke when I saw that picture. I was like, oh my, wow.
I spit out the guy I was with.
That's what I did. I was like, ooh, somebody's going through it. What does Janet Amid say about all
I know
this?
that's what I was wondering
Can
too.
we get? I'll text Janet, see if we can get her on this week. Find out what the fuck is going on.
Like, what is in the stars? It's predicting all this doom and gloom.
Man. And what is going on with Chef Ella? When are you coming back? She watches and she keeps posting. We are fed the fuck up with the bullshit. Life is too short. That's why everyone's breaking up in our age.
She's a busy woman. She's so busy.
I know.
I love her.
I do too. We all
Come
love
back.
her. We all love her.
Just for like a day.
Right? I know.
But don't you find out younger people, they're not going through it like
No.
the old folks are. They are not.
I'm kind of a little bit like you, Steve, because you hang out with the youngins too.
Yeah.
And they're not going through it. And when they do go through it, it looks a lot different.
What
than
do
when
you-
we
in
go
what
through
way?
it.
What do you mean?
It's so much different.
Why do you say that, Kel?
It just does. I mean, they just rebound so much quicker.
So much quicker.
Hmm.
They get over it so much quicker. They look for different options. They don't wallow in
Yeah.
it. They move on.
But that's what I said. These guys beat me up. I said, Steve, the old school, it's an old school way of God, maybe I'm just young at heart, because there's an old school way of thinking is, you need to find yourself and spend time alone and blah blah. The time you're spending alone, you're thinking about your fucking breakup. You need to find new love. You need to get your heart going again. You need to get out there again.
You need to get under. That's what you were saying.
He almost said it, didn't
He
he?
did. That's what he wants. That's what he meant. All that flowery language was.
I was thinking of the Dua Lipa thing. If you're under him, you ain't getting over him.
Right?
Mhm.
Oh my God. All right.
Well, it'll be okay though. I mean, yeah, I'm a firm believer.
Well, and here's
The things that got you together just have to resurface someplace later in life.
Well, and here's the thing, Steve, is that I mean, I've been through this. This is
True.
my third marriage. I've been through this. I've had a couple long-term. I've had like 5 long-term relationships, and I went right from Michelle to Colleen, and I know I'll be okay, but fuck it, you tell yourself that, but it doesn't stop it from hurting, does it? Is that right, Jay?
That's true.
Okay,
Hey,
but
Kelly?
this is my thing. Do you learn from your past?
No.
I mean,
No.
you need to,
No,
because
that's the problem.
That's the problem. Because, like, for me, I was in a marriage for 17 years,
Mhm.
took a little break,
Mhm.
and met Tim, and then was with him for like 12, 13 years. I don't want that again.
Did you learn or no?
I'm trying to.
No, but did you learn between the two?
Yeah.
No.
What no, I didn't.
Okay, so
but I
but now.
jumped. But now that I don't, yeah.
So what did you learn?
Like, I need to be by myself for a minute.
Oh. Huh.
I need to. I mean, I'm.
Hmm.
And I'll be
I'm
right
telling you.
now.
But
I'm a
it's-
shit show. I
but
mean,
it- but it's
everything
easy-
is happening to me.
it's-
I just my phone exploded and I lost all my contacts. I mean, and I'm a realtor. I mean, it is terrible. I'm like, my life is so crazy right now. how can you juggle your life when
But-
it's so
But it's different being
crazy?
it's different for you being by yourself because you have so many fucking friends and you can fill that void. But when you've put everything into your relationship and your kids or your kid or whatever, and it's all gone, like you have to you got to put it somewhere.
Well, there's the key right there. That's where I think a lot of people that are married or in that situations, they invest so much into that. That's all they get used to. You have to balance everything. People are coming like, how do you do all the things you do? Because I balance. So much goes to philanthropy. So much goes to friends.
Yeah.
So much goes into relationship. So much goes into work.
Right.
So much goes. You have to be able to.
And I'll be honest, like we kind of were trying, but I get my ring back in October. So I'm in such a different space than you are. You're fresh.
Yeah.
You're
Well,
fresh.
and like
spent a lot of time by myself
But it-
during the,
and I set myself up for a fucking, like Steve said, because you've balanced everything. So if you put 20% into something, you lose that, and you have 20% into four other
80%
things,
in-
you
yeah.
have 80% into something else. If you put 100% into something and you lose it, you are fucked. And that's
right. Yep.
So
and then it's much harder for you to handle because you don't have anything to fall back on. You wallow
Yes.
in all of that investment that you've
Man.
now lost.
I've been on the show for a little over 2 years, and I had breakfast with him once since this breakup. We've had breakfast every week, at least once a week.
Well, see but look at that. That's a treasure.
It
That's
is.
one thing you've never ever got to do.
Oh.
And now you got to do that.
I've had some great conversations with people that would not have transpired had this not occurred. Just great with people, my friends, random people, just great conversations with people for sure. I mean, that's
why
that's been
dating
nice.
out of the city works best. I'm just trying to tell you.
Oh man, I don't know.
It works.
I've-
I'm telling it works.
I mean, the people that have, like, I'm already getting inboxed. I'm a catch. I'm getting inboxed, and I'm fine with the. I like the pool in Toledo. I think I'm the only one that doesn't have a problem with it. Like, I'm okay with the pool in Toledo. Everyone else, 100% of people. If Lisa Dunn was here, she would say that people complain about dating in Toledo, but I don't think I'm gonna have a problem.
I found my wife.
Well, it's because people go to the same places looking.
Yeah.
Like my one friend loves to come here and visit. Lisa knows him too.
Uh-huh.
Like he likes to come here from Finley. And I'm like, I tell him, we have a conversation every Sunday after Saturday night. He's gone out and got, disappointed because he didn't find. I'm like, because you're going to the same places.
Yeah.
After a while, you keep going there. You aren't the fresh meat. They're tired of looking at your ass just as much as you're tired of looking at their ass.
And that's like for me versus other dudes that are going through it is that other dudes, like, how do you meet new people? Luckily, I mean, I meet new people all the time, or people know who I am, and they'll, like, I have relationships with so many people.
Well, everybody thinks they know you based
Right.
on just your
They even know me more now.
now, even more, and they still inbox you. Oh Lord,
I know. I told this one girl, I said, I am broken. I said, I am toxic. I am horrible I'm horrible at marriages. You can, there's 3 women that are gonna line up behind me and say that. So
you still want to go out
so,
Saturday?
Yeah, warning, and they still want to go out Saturday.
I mean, because that's the female fatal flaw. Because
fix you,
I
change
can
you,
fix, I can fix
fix
him.
you, change you,
Yeah,
whatever.
I can fix it.
Hey, Ross was terrible at marriages on Friends too.
He was. All right.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, Steve.
Jake is so funny.
I know. You want to get into sleaze?
Sure. So Diddy is like at the top of the news today, you guys. So he was found guilty and innocent. So the jury delivered a split verdict yesterday. He was acquitted of the more serious charges of sex trafficking and racketeering conspiracy, but he was convicted of 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. Now, prosecutors may seek a sentence of up to 20 years, but Diddy's lawyers are hopeful he'll only get 2. Now, after the verdict, Diddy knelt down and prayed before being led out of the courtroom as his supporters cheered. Now, outside the courthouse, a guy was squirting people with baby oil in celebration. Now, even Diddy's longtime rival, 50 Cent, congratulated him, but in a backhanded way, he said, Diddy beat the Rico. That boy a bad man. He liked the gay John Gotti.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Oh my God. So
we were pulling out on the cruise and we went past Star Island.
What is
Where-
Star Island?
I think that's where everything that Diddy did.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So I when
didn't
we
know
left on the
that.
cruise, we went by the island. Everyone was like, "That's where that they should rename it Baby Oil Island."
So what do you think, Denny? See, the most serious charges he
It
gets.
makes sense
What do
from
you mean?
everything that I was seeing from the case. It makes sense, and thing is, like, what he got convicted of, I don't even think is that bad. Now, look, I think Diddy has done a lot of terrible shit.
Yeah.
I don't think that he was on trial for most of what it was. Like, the video from when he beat up Cassie. That's an awful person. He had Tupac murdered. How have we not talked about that? Like, but it's one of those things where, like, throwing a sex party and having people consensually come and join in,
And you're paying them,
and you're paying them,
the
like,
other people.
I think we need to decriminalize sex work,
I agree.
all the way around.
Danny, I've been saying, how long have I been saying that, Kelly? Did criminalize
Forever.
sex work?
Since I've
More
known
so
you.
now that you're single.
Because I've been saying that why should Denny Crum get all the women? Why can't an ugly dude, or why can't a dude that works too much, or why can't a dude that's socially awkward, why can't he have sex? It's bullshit. You should not, as long as it's consenting adults, there's no sex trafficking, there's no underage bullshit, there's none of that stuff. If I want to pay a woman $50, what's the going rate now, Denny? Tell me, is it $50?
Oh God! If you're paying 50, you're
Yeah.
you are that is the Walmart.
That's a no.
of sex
That's a
work.
no teeth. Hasn't showered in a couple
Yeah.
weeks.
Oh, damn.
That's
Yeah,
the Timu
you're gonna
Timu of sex workers.
You're going to pay a lot more for the penicillin. Like,
You might as well do 100.
yeah.
But my point is, if I want to pay, and I don't want to go out to a bar, and I don't want to go out on a date, and I don't want to, if you're buying a dinner, drinks, and all that stuff, and you have sex at the end, that's paying for sex.
Yep. Now, but like just so we're differentiating, there's a difference between being trafficked and what Andrew was talking about, which is two consenting adults. So if you're being forced into it by the threat of violence or harm or anything like that, that's the messed up part. But if you're just a woman who says, "Hey, I want to exchange,"
Or a man.
So
or a
dumb.
man,
Or a man.
Yeah, if there's a woman out there.
because most of the ones that Diddy got in trouble for were men.
Yeah.
Well, and if Kelly wants to be on her own, but if she wants to pay a dude to just get, to take care of some things and not have no strings, she should be able to do that.
100%.
$29.95.
Jake's giving his price.
Oh Lord, $29.95.
Shipping and handling is included. And if you act now, I'll throw in the Ginsu knives for free.
And like I said, like even me, like who
I do need
haven't
steak knives.
I haven't really had an issue with that in my life, like getting it. But like I've had sex with 3 porn stars, and it's been paid for. But but what's saying it's like that was a fantasy.
How much was that?
To
have sex with a porn star?
Did you 3 of them at one time, or
actually,
just
no,
one
no,
per? Okay.
different. Actually, like, one of them was free. But
How much? But how much did you pay for the porn star? though?
the one of them was $1,700. That was the most I paid.
That was the most.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not bad.
I would like to see her.
I know.
I'll show you.
So, yeah. And by the way, I did get a text in. Someone said $50. That's LaGrange Street prices.
Oh, damn. LaGrange Street.
I'm offering a deal.
What's your deal?
$29.95,
including shipping.
I want the
Jake,
steak
you worth
knives
more
too.
than
And I'll
Don't
throw.
do that.
Hey, now wait, there's more. I'm throwing these steak knives. They slice, they
because
dice.
I'm moving to
now
the
I'll
steak
get you
knife
2
days.
benchmark knives for free.
Why don't we move into together, Kel?
Oh my God, no!
Why?
That was
Not.
really a nice plan.
I know.
I know, but now you had to go and get
I
married.
know.
What,
But we love him.
Why can't you? Why can't you?
No,
move in with
Andrew,
me?
you would
Why?
make me cray cray.
Someone said Ms. Latz won't have to pay to get laid. Another one said
Laugh.
one of them was free. Denny question. Where do someone said where do I get that Groupon?
That's a long, funny, and crazy story. And if you guys want me to tell it, I
Go
will.
ahead.
For $1,700, I want to hear it.
Well, no,
No, he's the free one. He's talking about the free
free
one.
So the
Oh, I'm gonna be scared. I know
That was a
it. My
BOGO.
coffee.
yeah.
Pogo.
Yes. Well, the free one, it was 2017 Performer of the Year Adriana Chechik. I was listening
Performer of the year.
Yeah, I was listening to a podcast one time,
Uh-huh.
and she was talking about trying to set up. I mean, how
A
graphic do you want me-
gangbang?
a fan blow bang is
Uh-huh.
what she was trying to say.
So it was a blogo.
Yeah. So well
Instead of Bogo.
So she says like an email to go, and I send the email, whatever. She picks me to be in this. I have to fly out to LA. I have to get tested and all this stuff, right? So I have to get tested before I go out there. When I go to get tested, the place that I went to, like, they didn't really understand what I needed and where I needed to get sent to. So when I go out there, because I'm supposed to be in the scene. If you look it up, it's on Pornhub. I'm not in it. I'm not in it. But I wasn't able to be in it because my test results weren't like where they needed to be. So when I got
the hip.
Well, so no. I didn't get. It wasn't because I had anything. It's because the people who did my test didn't put it in correctly.
Okay.
So when I get
that's
out,
what I'm gonna start saying.
but here's how I got to sleep with her because I flew all the way out to LA. Her fun story. Her boyfriend was actually the director of the scene.
Of course he was.
Yeah. So she has me exchange numbers with him. She goes, "Hey, go get tested here." She goes, "I don't want you to come all the way out here for nothing." So they send me to this other place to get tested. I get my test results back the next morning. I'm clean. She goes, "I don't want you to have to come all the way out for nothing." So she came to my hotel and fucked me one of them.
Oh my!
You got the better end of the deal.
Yeah,
That's
you
awesome.
That's the Cliff's Notes version of the story.
Wow.
But yeah. So she's like, I've actually like I physically hooked up with her once. I was about to hook up with her again in Pittsburgh shortly after that. But you know what's funny is like that I always tell people, in the kind of the sweet part of the story is that's kind of how I knew that my wife was the one, because her and I had just started talking when I got this opportunity, and I texted her and I was like, "Hey, like, so I might go do this. Like, what do you think?" And she was like, "I think it'd be really hot. You should do it." And I was like, "All right, yeah, she's going to be around for a while." So,
ooh, y'all live in La Vida Loca,
right?
my wife is incredible.
Oh, this is why you were married?
Huh?
This is why you were married?
No. This is when me and my wife first started talking.
Oh, okay.
So we had just started like this little dating thing. I don't even think we were like officially quote unquote together. So, but when I threw the idea out there, I'm like, "Hey, like I kind of want to do this," and she was like, "Hell yeah, you should do it. I want to see it."
Oh wow,
so, like,
that's funny.
Okay, all right.
That takes. I just want you to be happy and live your best life a little further than I could go.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow, you think you know somebody?
Right.
Right. What else, Steve?
Wow, rest in peace. So 2 notable deaths were reported over the July 4th weekend. Actor Michael Manston died Thursday morning of an apparent cardiac arrest. He was 67, and he was probably best known for his association with Quentin Tarantino. He was in Reservoir Dogs, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, the Kill Bill movies, and The Hateful Eight. Now, he could have had the John Travolta role in Pulp Fiction, but he had to turn it down because he was already committed to Wyatt Earp. And he has more than 340 acting credits on IMDb.com, including The Natural, Thelma and Louise, Free Willy, and Sin City. Now, Michael's sister, actress Virginia Maston, said, "I missed our inside jokes, the sudden laughter, the sound of him. I missed the boy he was before the legend. I miss my big brother." And we also lost Julian McMahon, who was best known for in the TV series Nip Tuck and Charmed. He also played Dr. Doom in the Fantastic Four movies in 2005 and 2007. He passed away last Wednesday after battle with cancer. He was only 56. One of his most recent credits was The Surfer, the 2024 thriller starring Nicolas Cage, which just hit U.S. theaters in May. So a few others who also passed recently: Mark Snow, the composer of the X-Files theme song. I love that song. Kenneth Coley, who played Admiral Pett in the original Star Wars movies, and former White Sox pitcher Bobby Chink. So a lot of people.
A question for you. Is anyone because I'm watching some shows. Anyone watch The Righteous Gemstones?
Oh yeah.
I love. I became a fan within the last couple months of Walter Goggins. Love Walter Goggins, and so I know that.
He's incredible.
And I see the baby Billy, and I'm like, I see the memes, and I'm like, that's funny.
Yeah,
and I turn on Righteous Gemstones, and I'm like 6 episodes in. Man, I do not get it. And I love the premise, how they're a religious family. Yeah. I buy into everything, but I can't fucking get into it.
Yeah, it definitely gets better as
Does
seasons
it?
go along.
I don't know if I can put any more in, man. I put like six episodes into my.
Yeah, I think it's really funny.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, but I like a lot of the people associated with that show too. Like the what's his name? Adam Levine.
Oh yeah. Workaholics.
I've always thought he was really funny. John Goodman, I thought was really good.
Yeah.
Walter Goggins.
And he's hot.
Yeah.
Walter Goggins is great. What else, Steve?
Okay, now did you pay a lot for your ticket to see Beyonce live?
Yes.
Well, be thankful Barack Obama wasn't on the bill because he really charges. So an evening with the President Barack Obama goes down at London O2 Arena on September 24th, and the VIP packages are going up to, any guesses? Any guesses?
VIP package?
5,000.
How much?
5,000.
Nope.
More?
Less.
Oh,
I was gonna say
2,000.
You're right there. So here, the VIP packages are going up to $2,400, while Beyonce's top VIP ticket at her recent London show was only $1,100. Now that's less than half of Obama's price.
Go ahead. Don't finish, Steve. I'm sorry.
Also, the VIP package includes a photo op, a commemorative ticket, a copy of Obama's memoir, A Promised Land, premium seating, and post-show access to a private club with the bar and live music. And for your information, Obama has a second show 2 days later in September 26th at Dublin's 3 Arena. Now, Obama's show is expected to sell out quickly. Beyonce ended up giving tickets away through London food banks after failing to sell out her 6-day run.
What were you gonna say, Denny?
I've been VIP for Beyonce twice, and I'll say I've never gotten a photo op with her. Like,
really?
It wasn't even an option. So like the fact that you're getting a photo op
with the president,
for President.
Okay,
Obama,
let me ask you this:
sure.
Who would you rather see, President in person, President Obama or Beyonce?
Beyonce, for sure.
Kelly,
Beyonce.
Really? Jake,
Obama.
K2,
Obama.
Me, Obama.
And the thing is, I love Obama.
Yeah.
But you know me, I'm a big Beyonce fan.
Yeah.
So, and I, like I said, I've seen her live twice. So, but
I've seen Barack speak in person.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, he's amazing.
Yeah, he was amazing.
Yeah, it's just
I picked Obama because I get to see Shelley.
Oh,
I get to see Shelley.
Yeah, you too.
No one puts on a show like Beyonce, though.
Yeah,
like she's as close to Michael Jackson as this generation's ever gonna see.
I saw Michael Jackson live.
I'm so jealous of that.
Dude, I saw.
I did too.
You did too. I saw Michael Jackson, and it was a tour. It was an amphitheater in L.A., and it was one where I just remember him in a spacesuit, and he would shoot himself in the air, like one of those ones with the arms where you go.
Yeah, that was probably about 92.
Was it about 92?
Yeah,
okay,
92.
so I would have been probably 20, 19, maybe 18, 15. I would have been 9.
How many people passed out?
And I don't remember.
So I saw him on the Thriller when he was doing the Thriller tour.
Oh my goodness, I'm so jealous.
And I saw Prince live too. I saw him with Sheila E.
I saw him too. Yep.
That was
So
a
did I, in Chicago.
That was a great show. All right, what else, Steve?
Scarlett Johansson, you guys, has been named the highest grossing lead actor in Hollywood history, thanks to the fantastic opening of Jurassic World Rebirth. And she surpassed 2 of her former Marvel co-stars on her way to the top. The movies in which Scarlett played the lead or was part of an ensemble have made a total of $14.8 billion.
I'll tell you what, Scarlett Johansson and her husband, who does the late night, what's his name?
Colin Jost.
Colin Jost. They have surpassed.
They're hot.
They're hot.
They have surpassed Ryan Reynolds and what's his wife's name?
Blake Lively.
And Blake Lively, as far as coolness, hotness, just the heat. From the. I think they were better couples. I love Colin Jost is so good.
He's so good. Yeah.
So good. And Scarlett Johansson, she's funny, and I
she
think
does, like neither of them take themselves too seriously.
right. Don't you think? Because Ryan Reynolds doesn't take himself so serious either, but Blake Lively's
Reynolds.
pulling him down,
Yeah.
right? So don't you think it's a better couple? If between those two, who would you take?
Yeah, I would.
Ryan
Yeah,
Reynolds.
no, I would.
Steve would take Ryan
I would go
Reynolds.
Colin Jost and Scarlett Johansson.
What about you, Kelly?
Oh my gosh, it's so
That's a hard
hard.
one.
It's so hard.
It is.
Can I choose both?
No,
Um,
but you don't watch Saturday Night Live. If you watch Saturday Night Live, I think you
I
definitely
think-
say Jost.
But you got to see the Weekend Update.
He's
videos.
funny. He
I-
is funny, though.
Genius.
I think I have to go
Ryan
with
is hot
Ryan.
and funny.
We see. Okay, so Kelly and Steve go Ryan.
Colin's a pretty good looking guy.
Jake.
Steve, you don't think so?
Yeah,
Oh,
Colin is.
they're-
He's not Ryan Reynolds hot, but he's a pretty good looking guy.
Oh,
right?
hell
Oh, I
yeah,
think
he is.
I think he's super hot.
He's,
So
he's
you-
more cute. He's more cute.
Yeah.
Like Colin Jost is cute. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Jake.
100%. You got to go
yes.
Colin Jost, Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
Colin Jost actually graduated from Harvard.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes, he's a Harvard graduate
Ooh.
who is now
Ooh,
running.
that just makes him
And-
even hotter to me.
Yeah,
I love a
and-
smart
and-
man.
Ooh, I
like
don't
what he do
know.
after he graduated, he was like, "I'm going to take over SNL,"
Wow. Right. And he has.
and he has, and he's
Yes.
probably going to take over
Lorne Michaels.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah, he's
Really?
going to
For Lorne Michaels,
He's
that's
gonna-
in talks.
I mean, they were joking about it in the last SNL episode of the season, where he's really going to take over that show.
Yeah,
He's gonna
he
become-
could be a natural successor.
I
Lorne
love
decided.
Colin. I love Colin Jost. All right, what about you?
and
Kate,
also
too?
how they do their jokes, and like when Michael Che writes the jokes
So
for the
good.
season finale,
It's genius.
and he goes and rips on his wife Scarlett Johansson.
And she shows
Colin
up for
Jost
it.
is such a gentleman. He asked, "Is this okay if we bring you into this?"
Yeah.
Right? That's just a gentleman right
Oh,
there.
you're right. K2, who do you think? Who do you take?
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan. So you take Ryan Reynolds over.
Yeah.
And Blake Lively.
Why am I
Good
tingly
girl,
all over
good
in this
girl,
conversation?
All right. All right, Steve. Thank you so much. It's great seeing you. Great having you back.
You too. Bye,
Love-
kids.
Love you, Steve. Thank you. That is Steve Sleaze. All right, K2. Let's do this.
From the Taylor Automotive Traffic Center, I'm Katie the Baroness on Andrew Z in the morning. We have some ramp restrictions starting today. This is Anthony Wayne Trail, 25 northbound, off ramp to Lafayette. It's going to be reduced to one lane for bridge work, and this is going to start today and go through early August. Taylor Kia, where you pay what we pay. When you buy a new vehicle at Taylor Kia of Toledo, you get employee pricing. Let us know what you're looking for and we'll sell it to you at our cost. This is a limited time offer. To learn more, visit us at TaylorKiaToledo.com or give us a call at 419-842-8811 to speak with a team member today. And here's your Furniture Palace forecast. Today is just going to be sunny skies all day with a high of 83 and a low of 69 overnight. We do have some rainfall coming in on Wednesday afternoon, so be ready for that. Furniture Palace, where everything you see is on sale. Furniture Palace has the guaranteed lowest prices and thousands of in-stock name brand items, plus no credit needed financing. For convenient locations, Central Avenue in Toledo, Reynolds Road in Maumee, Woodville Road in Northwood, and Navarre Avenue in Oregon, or online at FurniturePalaceToledo.com. That's your traffic and weather. I'm Katie the Baroness on Andrew Z in the morning.
All right, I got to tell you, my friends over at State Line Sauce. Those guys are so amazing, just kind people. State Line Sauce was started by Craig and his sister Carrie, and they started during the pandemic, and they're just the salt of the earth. Thank God. I think we have surrounded ourselves with really good quality people. And those two are definitely part of it. If you want to try some State Line sauce, there's tons of ways to do it. You can go to the Perrysburg Farmers Market on Thursdays. You can go to the Toledo Farmers Market on Saturdays. And the two easiest ways, they're in all the Meijer stores. And you can go to StatelineSauceCO.com. Please support those guys. Support our sponsors. It's super important. Go to StatelineSauceCO.com and get sauced.
We've all heard about it, the Japanese head spot, and it is currently available at Skinology. This ultimate scalp facial will dissolve your stress as they lavish your scalp. They include a scalp analysis, a detox treatment, a deep conditioning treatment, a hair mask, and a scalp massage. Spoil yourself with a rejuvenating treatment that will leave you feeling refreshed and renewed. After all, your scalp deserves some pampering too. To book your appointment, go to skinologyfacebar.com.
I've got to tell you about my friends over at Regan Insurance. Welcome to Regan Insurance. They've been started as a family-owned independent insurance agency in Toledo in 1967. They're proud to protect individuals, families, businesses, and they're, like I said, independent insurance agent. What does that mean? It means they represent all of the biggest companies so that you're not stuck with one company. They're going to find you the best insurance for you at the lowest rate possible. Get a free, no obligation insurance checkup. Call Regan Insurance. Please, our friends at Regan, they've supported us through all this craziness, and we need you to support them. So even if you find out that your insurance, you're fine where you're at, well, that's fine too. But at least get the insurance checkup. You can save money, especially nowadays, man. You need to save some money anywhere you can. Insurance is the great place to do it. Regan Insurance at REGANINS, ReganInts.com.
I said Andrew Z in the morning. It's time to wake up. Andrew Z in the morning. Yeah. Come on.
Live for the Taylor Automotive Studios, Northwest Ohio's largest car dealership. Cadillac, Hyundai, Genesis, Kia dealers, along with quality used cars from top foreign and domestic automakers Stop by your local dealerships, test drive a new car, truck, van, or SUV today. Also brought to you by Skinology, Furniture Palace, Regan Insurance, Holy Grail Wellness, and State Line Sauce Company. I'm Andrew Z. Kelly Latz, the Princess of Property from Howard Hanna Realty, K2 the Baroness, Denny Crum, and of course, Tuesdays with Jake Dickey. We are back live on this Tuesday, July 8th, 2025. Good morning.
Andrew Z in the morning.
Woo! So hey, you know it's Prime Day today. Anyone buying anything on Prime on Amazon? You need anything?
I haven't yet, but I will.
Are you going to buy? You do buy something?
Always take advantage of Prime.
Do you really?
Incredible deals.
Kelly, do you take advantage of Prime?
I am buying stuff on Prime, but it's mostly for my daughter's wedding.
But is it buying it because it's Prime? Or,
yeah, I've been waiting.
Here's some strategies people are saying. Oh shoot! Here's some strategies that they're saying that if you want to get the best out of Prime, here you go.
Well, first, it's called Prime Day because it's for Prime members only, but anybody can join Prime. It's $14.99 a month or $139 a year. You could start a free 30-day trial. Just remember to cancel it. As for specific deals to strategize on, the company says millions of items will be discounted across 35 broad categories. They've leaked a few discounts. They mentioned a Ninja air fryer that was going to be $80 off, a Shark vacuum cleaner that's $150 off. But very few deals are pre-announced. That's because the flow of the sale is that deals go live at different times all through the day. And when they sell out, that's it. The deal's over. They want you checking back frequently. That's a strategy. So here's my pro tip. Load up your cart now with the items you really need or want, and then periodically check your cart over the next few days to see if the products have been discounted. And that's when you actually pull the trigger and buy them. And this is why that's going to save you money. It's actually a way to stick to your list and not get caught up in the hype and buy more than you need.
That is like that's
a
actually a genius idea. You just go shopping, throw all this shit in your cart, and if it ends up going on sale, you're not checking this, over and over. You
but that's part of the fun is the impulse buy, though.
Really?
Yeah, I love impulse buying.
I don't know.
So I do that for a lot. Like I'll throw things in a cart, and then all of a sudden I'll start getting the emails from the store, like, "Oh, the thing you have in your cart now is 30% off." And
did you know? Yeah, did you know? Like they keep track of that stuff. Their goal is to get you to buy to actually purchase what's in your cart. That's what they want you to do. Here's a new trend. I thought this was interesting. You got a big first date. Maybe try not getting ready for it. They're saying the new hot dating trend for women is to show up for first dates without doing hair or makeup. It's like, this is the real me. Take it or leave it.
Why is it just for women?
It's supposed to filter out the jerks and help you zero in on the ones who actually like you.
I don't put any makeup on for a first date.
But the thing is, like, men have never given a shit. Men have never given a shit about your hair or your makeup. Like,
really, you don't think?
No. I like women do that stuff for other women. Like, I have
really. You think so?
I have never given a shit about hair or makeup ever.
I will say I dress for women.
You dress for women?
I like if I'm going out with my girlfriends, I'm dressing for them. Yeah.
You don't think men get like if you got a woman that's dressed up to the nines, you don't go, damn.
No.
Real? What? Jake, come on.
I've never
Jake,
cared.
you work at a restaurant, see women all the time. What are you buying what Denny's selling?
50-50 on this one.
What do you think?
I kind of agree with both of what they're saying, like Cal and Denny.
But we pretty much said the same thing. She agreed with me.
Yeah, I agree.
So like I agree that I think women dress more for them, but also I mean, as a guy, like obviously you're going to look at hair and makeup when you're looking at a girl, but also like I kind of would like to see a girl put it out there on the first date and be like, hey, this is what you get.
I like the natural look. I mean, it's just
well, that's what I'm saying. It's like I like the natural look too, but I've never I've never seen someone. I don't know. I've never been like, oh, hey, I like the way she has her hair did up. Like, I don't care. I've never given a shit about that. Like, it's
interesting.
I don't know. Like, what she looked like naked.
Some women are even taking it a step further by gradually ramping up the amount of makeup they wear on the second and third dates. The idea is you only start dolling yourself up because they've proven they're worth the effort. So you go in normal, and then you kind of start fixing yourself up if you go on more dates because they passed the test.
I don't know. I mean,
It's interesting.
I get up every
different.
day and dress for the day.
The same.
The same.
Yeah, you don't change it up. But another reason they say it's catching on is Gen Zers are just less likely to go on classic first dates like dinner and a movie. They're more likely to do casual stuff like hiking wearing makeup just seems kind of weird and unnecessary.
Who would put on makeup to go hiking?
Right, that's what they're saying. Yeah,
Who knows hiking for a first date?
The Gen Z, baby.
Who knows hiking?
Yeah.
That sounds exhausting.
I love to do it, but I just don't anymore.
I see.
I'm so busy.
Am I just old? Because like dinner and a movie still sounds like a great fun to me.
Oh no, I love dinner and I love movies. You know that.
I love dinner in a movie.
Really?
too.
Okay.
Like I said, I don't know.
I love breakfast in a movie. I like lunch in a movie.
Yeah, I don't know necessarily.
And if you
like,
play
the
your
first
cards
date,
right, you get that the next morning.
Yeah.
You know, but
For $29.95.
What were you saying,
Right.
Danny?
I don't know necessarily about a first date, but as far as dinner and a movie goes, but yeah, I
See, I like that. People always disagree with me. I like dinner movies a first date because you don't know how much you're not forced to talk all the time and make it awkward. You have time to talk at dinner, and you get time to make moves in the movie, and you're quiet.
Moves.
And you
Why does it always have to be moves with you?
but like I'll tell you, like there was
It is called a move for a reason.
There was one time a long time ago the movie thing completely backfired on me, and it was because so like I have a good personality, and I didn't get to really show it. And we went to a movie, and the movie was fucking terrible. So like she didn't have a good time because the movie sucked, and I'm like,
and
you
couldn't dazzle her with your personality.
You would have been a bit more entertaining than the movie.
100%.
Do you remember what movie it was?
It was one of I think it was one of the Die Hards or something. It was one of the Die Hard sequels. It was a long.
So
time
did
ago.
you?
I did.
Yeah. Right, yeah.
I did get a text in. It said a serial killer does a first date hiking adventure.
Yeah.
Right. Right. Hey, you want to go?
Yeah.
Meet me on the woods.
Yeah, you want to go in this path?
Let me show you mile marker 13 where all the bodies are buried.
You know, I didn't think of it like that. But
Right?
I better be on the way.
Like, yeah, first date, you're going to
Be on
go
the what?
into the woods with a stranger? What
When I
the hell
tell
is
you,
wrong with you?
I'm so
Ted
naive
Bundy
with that
would
kind of
clean
stuff.
up in this era. Ted Bundy
Oh my
would clean
gosh.
up.
What do you mean?
He would be Ubering and door dashing,
Oh, yeah, just
and,
slashing.
and meeting girls on hikes on first dates, and
Yeah,
just
or you
killing
get-
everybody. Like
if an Uber shows up and it's a Beetle, are you getting in it?
yeah, like Ted Bundy's body count will be like Jenna Jameson's. Like it.
What do you think of either what is a date for, like, Kelly? If someone said they wanted to go on this date, you'd be like, oh, that's cool. Is there something you could think of? Like for me, I'd like to go to the Motown Museum. I'd take a date to the Motown Museum. I think that'd be cool.
That is cool. I think that's a cool date. I'll tell you.
I'm
when,
not a museum person. Like everyone says, you go to the museum. I don't know.
the last time I was single, I had some incredibly fun dates.
Did you?
Yeah. Like these guys thought about it. Like one guy, he wrote down all these like ideas. And so the first hour he goes, okay, this is the first one you pick. And whatever I picked, that's what we did. And then after we like had a drink or whatever, then I pick another one. And then we do whatever that said. It was really fun. One guy took me to a dance lesson. We had drinks and then we went to a dance lesson. It was super
Oh, that's
fun.
cool. What kind of dancing?
Sexual. It was fun though.
It was a pole dancing class.
No, it wasn't, but it was.
It was the horizontal mambo.
No.
What if he
It
started?
was like
What
salsa or
if you do
salsa,
pole?
whatever.
What if you took her to pole dance, guys? You start throwing ones out there.
Oh my
That'd be
gosh.
horrible.
Look, honestly, I do think strip club is a fun, good.
I honestly went
Bullshit.
to a first date at a strip club once.
Yeah.
You know what? If there's a dude,
that-
if there's a dude who's gonna take his, that is a certain kind of dude, and you were telling him you're a certain kind of woman, I'd say that's
I was
a
all
bad.
in. It was so fun.
That's really.
Yeah, and I will tell you, like, I haven't really been on. You know, obviously, I'm not dating where somebody's picking me up. But I mean, guys were bringing me flowers. A guy brought me a book on Thailand because I told him that's where my dream vacation was. I mean, one guy drove in with a limo and he took me to Detroit and we see the reggae band. It was so fun. I mean, the guys were like really about 7 years ago, like showing up.
Someone said, LOL, Kelly, first date at a strip club. We can't just breeze past that. How did that happen? Like
It wasn't planned.
Okay,
so
so-
we were just drinking, and
And he said, "Let's go." To the strip. That's not a good dude, though.
no. Listen,
That's not true. That's not true.
That is
Listen,
true.
what happened? He was at a golf outing earlier,
Uh-huh.
and there was a new strip club opening, and he got all these free passes, and
That's not a good dude.
he's
That's
like,
not true, Andrew.
and we're driving
Just because
by.
you like to go to a strip club does not make you a bad person.
We were driving by, and he said, "Oh my gosh, we could go there for free now." And I'm like, "Let's do it." And I don't think he thought I was going to say. I think he was joking. And he goes, "Are you serious?" And I go, "Let's do it." And it was fun.
He wasn't joking. He was throwing it out there as a joke.
And I was
Unless you're
picking
gonna
it
do
up.
it.
Yeah. And again, it's a joke unless you're gonna do it.
But I
He was
did
like,
it.
I'm gonna see boobs no matter what tonight.
Right.
Well, he didn't see mine, but we did see a lot.
I totally disagree, Denny. If you got a dude taking you to a strip club, that is not long term material.
That's not true.
You know who it was? It was Tim.
See?
Really?
See?
13 years.
Oh my
I'm
god!
telling you, man.
I don't know, dude. That's that. What would you do? Okay, Jake, what would you do?
Honestly, I think would be a good idea is doing one of the escape rooms.
Oh, that's too much thinking for me.
That makes me look really dumb.
Yeah,
I
know,
wouldn't
right?
even go out with
Bad
me
idea.
again.
I did that once. Like I don't know.
I love escape rooms.
I hated it. I hated it. I did it with the kids once, and I hated it.
Oh, that would be frustrating to do it with kids. That was your first mistake.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I did get a text in time to gas up the RV and pick up Kelly. I know, right? By the way, I think that's my next move. I'm gonna.
Who, Kelly?
I'm moving. No,
Wait, the RV? We're gonna be doing the show from an RV on the road with Andrew Z.
He would love that.
I
Don't
would
give him
love that.
ideas.
It's going to be a combination studio and meth lab.
Yeah, you laugh now. You laugh now.
I think I'm gonna. I think I'm moving to my RV. I'm finally use that fucker. I am. I think I'm gonna move into it. Right?
It's not running yet, though, right?
No, but I've talked to a couple guys yesterday that went and looked at it, and I think I can get it up and running in a couple weeks. They think that they can get it up and running. I think I'm just gonna and then just park it on my mom's property.
Oh my God, your poor mom. She's not going to let you do that.
I don't think her.
She
yeah.
will let you do a lot, but that is a line that she's not going to go for.
She has a friend that lives right down like 5 minutes from her, and her husband just died. So she's filthy rich. She lives by herself, and she's got.
Sounds like you already got a plan B.
Yeah. Why are you?
So this husband that's died, she's filthy rich. Andrew,
she's like 70. But
You know he doesn't even like him 50.
Yeah.
So 70 would
Stop
be
it, Kelly.
It's the truth.
No, so
I'm
I
telling
think,
you, I'd go the end of Nicole Smith, bro.
So I do have a question for you. So she has 26 acres anyway. So I'm like,
You're like, I just need one.
Yeah, I don't even need one.
need
Give me
one, yeah.
give me a quarter of one, and I just park my shit on it. My 2 food trucks and my RV. I swear, I don't need stuff, man. I don't give a fuck about stuff. I'm gonna see. Mom's gonna ask her if is that a good plan? Just at least for now, at least for a couple months, just to figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do.
I think it is a good plan.
Yeah. No, if you were, let's say you were dating Kelly, and a dude said, "Dude, you want to come back to my RV?" What would you do?
I mean, I don't know. I did go to a strip club.
You did go to a strip club.
I mean, I'm probably not the person to ask.
K2, what would you think of that guy?
Well, I would be like, why are you living in an RV? Would be my first question.
Yeah, look here, Walter White.
Yeah.
I think it's just how you present it. Like, are you adventurous? You want to go RVing?
Right.
I got a place for you right here.
Come on, Kelly. What do you think?
I'll tell you, it didn't really work out for that one girl.
Who?
What was her name? Gabby.
Gabby Potato.
Did not work out for
Did
her.
not work out for her. But Kelly, if you were on the dating scene, which you're not, and a guy said, "Hey, you want to come back to my place?" and it's an RV, what would you say? Would you go? K2, hello.
Mr. Michael?
Probably not.
You wouldn't?
Probably
You
not.
wouldn't?
No. I've done a lot of crazy things, but I think
You wouldn't do that?
I think that's
I
where
don't.
I would draw.
I
the
don't
line.
think I really would either. To
Really?
Be quite honest. Yeah.
Oh no, so that's gonna fuck the whole
But
dating
what if he
thing
didn't
up.
tell you? He just shows. You just show up.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm like, follow me to my house, and it just pull up to an RV.
Well,
Would you
then
go in?
And then I'd also be like, so is this where your mom lives? like,
No, it's where her rich friend lives.
right. So
But don't worry, she's 70.
Okay, what
and
about
I like 30-year-olds.
what about this, Kel? So I just let's go back to my place, and you're there. You're already on scene. Would you go in?
no.
No, you would leave. You'd be like, I'm
No,
not doing this.
She would text her friend the emergency number,
know.
and her friend would call and be like, "Hey, I need you here right now."
How many drinks have I had?
That is the
We've
question.
been hanging out and vibing for the night, a few hours.
Then yeah, I probably would go.
You would,
in,
okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Kelly? If I didn't tell you, and I said,
I think that's a bad move. You gotta tell her.
why you don't tell me if it's a house? Why do you have to? Why you have to descend?
Well, I probably would have asked that question though earlier in the night. Like,
If I would have said,
Where do you live?
Yeah.
If I said,
Like,
let's go
how
back
do
to
you
my
pose
place.
the question though? Like, does your house have wheels?
Yeah. If you would have said where do I live, I'd just be like Perrysburg.
and I'd be like, oh, where at? I was in Harrisburg.
over off 5 Point.
Oh, so you have a house over there? That's how.
I mean-
that's how the conversation would have.
I mean, kinda.
And then I'd be like, what does kind of mean?
He'd be like
I'm gonna need-
the intersection.
I'm finding myself. I have an RV.
And like at this point, I already see we're already at like at Frickers for the 50-cent wings for our meal. So I'm only allowed to have
All
the
you can
dollar.
eat.
I'm only allowed
And
to
we
have the
share.
dollar drafts.
Yes.
Where he's already Venmoing me for the bill.
I'm like,
because he can't even pay it up front.
no, I pay the whole bill.
And he put a coupon out.
Yeah.
But he said wing that and there's a coupon.
That's
for
a
the
conversation that's
free
on,
appetizer.
that's on one of the podcasts that I listen to a lot.
Uh-huh.
Like, is it okay to use a coupon on a first date?
I say yes.
It's okay, but you might be judged.
Yeah, Kelly would judge you.
I mean, but like,
If you pull Kelly, if I pulled out
There
a
ain't no restaurant we want to go to that's gonna have
Have
coupons.
coupons.
If
Right.
you take us to a restaurant that has a coupon, that's a whole nother story.
I mean,
A
I say
gift card's one thing.
I say save your coupon for the like 4th date.
yeah,
Yeah.
but the
Then it becomes a cute pun. Cute. I'll show myself out.
Yeah. on that note, should we just end it right there? Jake just stopped the show right there. Well, there it is. That's
Do you think that's the first audience I've ever walked?
all right. Well, that's the show for today. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. We do appreciate it and welcoming us back. And the numbers are big and making comments and doing all that stuff. It was a lot of fun. I think I needed it. I needed it for sure. I was debating would we bring it back, and Kelly's like, "Let's do this."
I needed it so
Whew,
badly.
man, it's great.
I miss you guys.
Yeah, it's great to see everybody, and we will.
Hey,
talk.
but anybody that wants to set up a show in their living room, give us a call.
Yeah, we do. We are looking for a place to move the studio. It's got to be around this area because everyone kind of lives around this area. Maybe mommy. I don't know.
How big's the RV?
It's not big enough. What do you think, Kel? Where can we put the studio?
I don't know. I wish
a
I was
coffee shop or something. Maybe.
Oh, we could maybe that would be kind of cool.
Maybe.
But the problem is we do get a little out of hand. Like I mean, and
You mean
there's
with the-
kids at
yeah,
coffee shops.
Kids
and-
at coffee.
Yeah.
So we want to be like if anyone's got maybe a little like
Strip club.
strip club.
Hey,
Denny.
Let's see if Stephen Harding helps us out with that.
So we're looking for a spot to move the studio to because I'm planning on moving out of here. And someone said glad to see K2 back as well.
Absolutely.
100%.
Are you back all week or we playing it by ear?
No, tomorrow I have an appointment in the morning, and then Thursday I should be back.
Okay.
Listen to this bullshit.
What?
I have to get another colonoscopy
Why?
as part of my testing to see
Oh
where
my
I'm at, where my status is. So I have to get two. Chemo's not bad enough. I have to get 2 colonoscopies within 5 months.
That's terrible.
Oh. Was the first one bad?
No, it's not bad.
The
It's
prep
not
is
bad.
probably where.
Because
It's not
I
bad. It's just when you're starving.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, because I had one, and I remember being.
They don't take you out for dinner first?
I remember being in and out, and it wasn't that bad. I don't remember.
No, yeah, it's not that bad.
I think the
it's
prep
just,
is
it's just the
Yeah,
the
the prep.
eating.
Yeah.
I don't think you want to call it the in and out when you're talking about colonoscopy.
Someone said, "Would you like to see my RV and maybe go on a hike later with no cell service?"
Man.
Andrew ain't asking anybody to go on a hike.
Oh my gosh! All right. Someone said he has 2 food trucks. Yes, I got the pizza and I got Queso Kitchen. So we're off today, though. Hanging out with the kids today.
Nice.
Yeah.
Enjoy that, bro.
Yeah. Thank you guys. All right. It's a great time. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye bye.